Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh my God. My cat hit my camera. It's actually neither one of them. I'm about to yell at the wrong cat. I can't do that to them. It's Pumpkin. That one. Over there. You can't see her. I was like, wait a minute, where am I? But good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys are ready for an interesting episode today because there's a lot to talk about before we get into the entire Where's Amber saga, because genuinely, where is Amber? She hasn't posted anything in, what, 8 days now, I think it is? I don't even know. It's been a minute. The last thing she posted was that she was going to stop updating daily, but I don't think anybody expected her to stop posting entirely, but that's what we got. But before we get into all that, we're gonna kind of talk a little bit more about what we were talking about yesterday with the LCU stuff. So I saw a little bit about what Glass had to say about this situation, but apparently it got worse. So there's 2 different things that we're gonna check today. Let's go ahead and get those started so that we can get into everything, because this is gonna be a long episode. All right. Also switch this over. Boom, bam. Sorry, this thumbnail, is this the thumbnail or just how it starts? Like, this is diabolical. I will say, I don't know what silent protest did make me laugh. All right, let's get right into it. Now let me fix this again because it's still out of whack. My cat likes to lay on my couch, which my camera rests on, so it... There we go. Maybe correct. I don't know. Can't really remember what it looked like yesterday. I'm sorry. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Is it? I'm sorry. This is probably not funny because, like, I know out of everybody, Phantom is probably affected the most, but this did make me laugh. I'm sorry. Don't forget to pin the link. Oh, you're right. And we got 2 donos before the stream even started, and I meant to read those out, but my silly little brain forgot to start with that. We got Gaffagarian with the 10 who said, today's stream is brought to you by Ozzy Cobb's beheading corn cob skewers, providing all the cob with 0 corn. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code OZ Cobb, beg Ozzy for 20% off. God, I'm the worst ad reader, apparently. I'm gonna be the worst at this. We got Novice with the little hot dog gang for 2 months with the little hot dog. These will read out probably on their own eventually, but until that happens. It's obviously Danny with the $9.99. So today's stream brought to you by Amber's Liver Tip, providing fear amongst all people. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code GOREWORLD for 20% off. Wait a minute. Why am I being flamed on my Walters? Wait a minute. I didn't realize. I thought that was just going to be in the 1. Apparently, I'm consistently being flamed. Alexis Ghost Raven with the hot dog gang for 2 months. Thank you so much. And we got Chan Nam with the 10 who said, today's stream brought to you by Milk, providing tall, cool glasses of refreshment. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code Filthy Milk Drinker for 20% off. Bro, I would never be sponsored by Milk. These are sponsorships that would not be happening over here. Okay, he's just dying.
There's big news in the LCU. Can you show announcements, Phantom? Because Phantom was crashing out about this a little while ago. I'm sorry to out you, Phantom, but I think it's worth talking about.
Crashing out.
A little bit.
No, I wasn't.
A tiny bit.
Calm. I was calm.
Can you show it?
Yes, I'm working on it. Jesus Christ.
Okay. He's in a mood today.
The rain. I bless the rain. Why is it not reading out? I don't know. But we got Barely Functional with the $9.99 who said, today's stream brought to you by Foodie's Fupa Boil. Today, providing delicious juices for everybody. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code for 20% off. Nice. That's the easiest code.
The big move made in the LCU today. All B circuit shows will stream on the weekends only. Can you show them the new schedule, please, in the window?
Okay, so for context, this is what we started with yesterday. So apparently every show in the B circuit is going to like weekends only. So you have all the hosts reacting. Phantom's protest, I guess, is in response to that.
Keem is fed up with the weekends being empty, I think. I think is what he said on the show. He thinks it's stupid that all of these B shows are not taking advantage of the weekends where they don't have to compete with the A shows as often, though I probably will still stream on Sundays. So look at these shows that are moved. Alpha, Babe, Cracked Glass, Bus, Fire, Cops, Clown, Chubby, and Hero.
What the fuck are half of these shows? Can I be real? He read the list and I'm like, what the hell is Cops and Clown? I don't even know. When did Hero come back? This is almost comical, but even more comical, we got another sponsor, apparently. We got Alexis Ghost Raven with the $9.99 who said, today's stream is brought to you by Just for Men, providing Keem with his inflated ego since 2013. Help me maintain my Walter's hot dog habit and use code GNOMECHODE for 20% off. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
So if you're a fan of one of those shows, look forward to seeing them on the weekends. They're going to fill up your weekend schedule. You have something to watch.
Tina.
Yes.
I'm helping you out. I moved your cash show to 2 a.m.
Thank God. Thank you.
So you can go to bed at 4 a.m.
Good job. Yep.
All right.
Thank God. Yep.
All right. And then all the...
I'm going to be real. I don't think any like A circuit people that have like shows are going to care about this other than be happy. The first reactions in this don't really matter. I think it's like
B circuit shows starting now are no more. They have to stream on the weekends only.
Bye, bitches.
I just said, dude, I started looking at the numbers. I'm like, bro, some of these fucking B circuit shows would be lucky to make $5,000 in a total month, like in an entire month. Like, throw them on the weekends where nobody streams. You have no business of being live. You know?
Okay. So I'm going to be real. If you are somebody who is currently in the B circuit in the LCU and you hear this, you hear him say this, why are you working there? He's basically saying he has no use for you. He doesn't really care if you're alive or not. Do as you please. He's saying like just fuck you in the nicest way possible. Very strange. I don't understand. If you go live this weekend on the B circuit, after hearing that, like, you just love to get disrespected to your face. Also, we got Novice calling with the $4.99 who said, today's stream brought to you by a box of broken glass. Use coupon code KRUSTY for 20% on your next UPS order. Beautiful. Also, we got Harmonious Pretzel with the 5 Hot Dog Gang gifted memberships. Why am I not hearing that? Why am I not hearing anything? Where is all my sound going to? Because it's not coming through to my headphones. I got it. I was like, no. It wasn't on the TV. You put it on like a microphone. No, it auto does that. Oh, it auto sets it to the mic? Strange. Apparently, my computer hates us. So, that takes us to 5 out of 19 for today. I don't know what you're saying. One sec. 5 out of 19 for today's memberships. What?
That's ever since you changed it for Firefox that one time, now they all like ran switch.
Look, I had to do what I had to do. And there's a way to undo it, and I don't know. Anyways, basically, the thing is, Excuse me? What do you want to say? Can you guys hear her?
I'm a toker, a joker, and a midnight
so they have been reading.
Phantom's silent protest is the only time I can watch him and the only time when he is entertaining.
They have been reading. Phantom's silent protest is the only time you can watch him is diabolical. I don't know if you guys heard my cat though, but she went That's my best impression of the noise she made. And it's the one up top here. That's Peach. She said
Oh,
Previously,
So-
it was a shit idea, but now it's an incredible idea. And I love it.
yeah. No, I think it's going to work out great. A Circuit can do whatever they want. They're the A Squad. But the B Squad can only stream on Saturday and Sunday. And that guarantees that someone will be live always on the weekends, you know?
Like he moved all of the B circuit shows to the weekends
watched
only
this part.
and said, hey, you know what? It's cool. A can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. They're A Squad. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can go over the shows that you specifically assigned to the weekend, which is funny because, I mean, they're not gonna anyway. It was always B circuit shows that were going live on the weekends for you. But I guess this is our thing. So right now we can only go on the weekends. And
Or you quit. I'll be real. There's no getting out of your contracts in this universe. He's gonna tell you can. He's gonna say all this hoopla doopla about do this XYZ, play this game, wait for this promise that never comes. If you're gonna complain and you're gonna say, hey, I don't want to do this, this sucks, I feel like I'm getting shafted, dip, skedaddle, walk away. It gets to a point where you have to, if you have any sort of respect for yourself, stand up.
only stream for fucking 16 hours a fucking month instead of 40 plus without weekends. That's cool, right? That's fine.
I love it.
What B shows do we have still? I don't even know we have B shows still.
Let me tell you. So we have Alpha, Babe, Cracked, moved to B Circuit, Glass, Bus, Fire, Cops, Clown, Chubby, and Hero. All those shows are literally on the B Circuit.
Oh shit! Never mind. Y'all gonna be some busy motherfuckers on the weekend.
I know some hosts are planning on quitting because they want to stream every single day, but you know, it is what it is. It's not going to be much of a loss.
Tonight, so.
Yeah, it's not going to be much of a loss. Those B Circuit shows are not pulling their weight. So, see y'all.
That's what he says. But if all of them were to quit en masse, you're going to tell me he's going to let all of them out of their contracts and able to stream the next day? Guarantee you he wouldn't. Because you know what I find funny? You know what I
I'm a
find a
joker.
little interesting?
A joker and a midnight wiener stroker.
Today's stream brought to you by Mug, providing root beer. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code GOTTHATDOG for 20% off.
Yo, got that dog is crazy. Got that dog? Thank you guys for all these sponsorships today. Wow, I didn't know I was famous. You guys are sending me. I don't know what's happening.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I came in here to vent, right? You know how all the shows go on the weekend? Fucking
Right.
Jersey's crashing out in main chat. She's like, we have 30-page dockets and we work hard and we outperform other shows. Fuck you, suck my clit. She's saying crazy shit to me right now.
God damn.
I told her no thanks, Weekend Warrior.
Oh god.
She told you to suck her client? What the fuck?
Yeah, literally in main chat just now.
Why the fuck he's gonna say B circuit shows don't do jack shit? And his response is gonna be, oh, well, have you seen your numbers? Yikes. Can you not see your monthly revenue? Yikes. So I was feeling disrespectful because I've been dealing with the bullshit for 6 months. I've been dealing with the disrespect for 6 months.
I'm sorry. Watching
joker.
it back the second time.
A joker and a midnight wiener stroker.
Today's stream is brought to you by Localc. Go over to Localc. Oh, wait.
Look how bro, the site's so broken it won't even let you say it anymore, Mono. Snowflake said, just saying hello, Zay. Good to see you. Hi, Mr. Snowflake. I feel diabolical for laughing at it at the second go around. But the thing that makes me laugh is it's reminding me of the scene of, do you know the price that you pay? And it shouldn't. Now, here's my thing. If she is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna quit after doing this whole thing, bet. Okay, you said all this for a reason. If she goes live on the weekends and just takes that shit and is like, oh yeah, whatever Keem says, you're just proving everything I said right at that point. I literally have said Keem is dog walking this bitch on a leash, and she is just taking it, sitting down, rolling over, barking for him. But all this barking for what?
His response wants to fucking be, oh, what, did you run out of coke? Which is fucking crazy.
Damn, these women speak nasty to you.
Well, they're not fucking happy. Phantom's like, this is my only income. I'm like, well, bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like,
Yeah, because he's ruined. He came from a 6-digit job. He goes back now. He's gonna look like a moron and a stalker and all kind of shit.
well, no, he needs, like, bro, it's Phantom. He's not gonna make $100,000 a year in the LCU. That's just not gonna happen. It's like,
Right.
you know, it goes off your skill and your talent. You know, it's not gonna happen here.
100K a year is the scope, bro. I remember this man. Do y'all want to know how much he wanted us to make a month in the OG days of being in the LCU? Because some of you might not know this lore. Just a little lesson. Let's go back in time. Back when Nerds first started as a show, he said if I didn't make $15,000 a month, I was gone off the show.
This video brought to you by The Scratching Post, the hottest underground dance club for cats, by cats. DJ Peach, Milkshake the Biscuit Maker, and Pumpkin the Bouncer. No dogs allowed.
Oh, you know, that one was actually one of my faves. Thank you, B Midnight. That was fantastic. But $15,000 a month. Can you imagine a $15,000 a month threshold? And that was the minimum you had to make. Can anybody, like, fathom that? So, there was not a single month I was in the LCU that there was a show that I was on that made under $50,000 a month. Except for, I think, my last month on Glass. Why do you think I left? Like, oh my god.
For Phantom.
It's like like, why do you think do you see the standards that he has for the people now, how lowered they are in comparison? Just, like, think about that. How high of a standard I was held to for literally no reason. Like, I'm thinking about that. That's nuts to me. These people can make, like, a quarter of what I had to make as my, yeah, you got him, as a starting out show, as somebody who never fucking streamed. Crazy. Or I streamed, like, Red Dead Redemption. I didn't do drama.
What is so funny, Mike? It's the truth.
I thought you could make miracles happen. I thought you could take nobodies and make them into somebody's game. Are you losing your time?
Limit, Tina. Okay.
Well,
Even
yeah.
Goonstar has his limits.
What am I gonna do? Put him on a show with myself? Like, I would have to do that.
Going to the weekends now, which also means that we might have more viewers, right?
Maybe, possibly. You never know. Who knows what will happen, but we'll only be here twice now, so there you go, guys. Yes.
That means I can do literally anything else during the week, bro.
True.
Yes.
All B shows are moving.
Are these people? I hope all of these people are planning on getting jobs outside of this. If this is your side gig and this is just your side hobby, your side hustle, whatever. If this is your main job, this is crazy work. Because all of these people, and I'm sure you guys could go back to old streams. I can't, probably on live if I had to assume, where they used to talk about, oh, all the hosts here, if they work hard enough, can make this a sustainable income. Well, how could they do that now?
Wiener stroker.
Today's stream brought to you by Weenie Hut Juniors, providing delicious soft serve to all weenies. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code Lil Smoky Winers for 20% off.
Little Smoky Whiners. Nice one, Greg. Also, we got Hazy Shadows with the 2 said Keem hates poor people. Yeah, we do know that. I mean, if you're not a donator, you can't even get in their Discord. That should tell you a little bit.
It's a weekend only. We're going back to one circuit, which I think is great. I think one circuit is what's always needed to be done for the LCU. There should be no options. There should be no, it should be one straight circuit all the way through. I agree with that. It is a good idea. It
Wait, Bear said I remembered the code this time. I'm proud of you. Good job, Bear.
does keep the weekend occupied. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm sure there's not many B circuit shows, so they're just going to keep going for like 4 hours each, I guess, or like 5 hours. How does that work?
I don't know. Some of the A circuit shows are moving to B circuit. Now it's gonna be a cluttered fuck on the weekend. But who knows? I don't know if it's set.
Wait, why would it be a clutter fuck if it's a schedule?
It's not scheduled. It's like he has to make it into a schedule on that.
God, I'm gonna be real. When she talks, I turn my brain off. she annoys the ever living fuck out of me, and I'm sorry. Like, you ever just have those that like, and this is just a me problem. Like, most of you probably don't feel the same issue, but you ever have like that one person you meet, and you're just like every word they speak, you're like,
surprise, motherfucker.
when is it gonna end?
This stream is sponsored by Just for Men. Turn that ashy gray beard into something all the gnomes would adore. Use code WOKEKIM for 2% off.
2% off. Honestly, that's probably the best he'd give you. And that's the second Just for Men's ad we got. Just for Men's must love us over here. Thank you guys. Shout out Spook.
And I don't know if they'll actually
scheduled.
follow it. It is? He put up the schedule for it already?
Yes.
Oh shit. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Last time
the
I looked,
the whole point is that like we are doing what's happening right now just only on the weekend.
Okay.
That's it. So like Saturday through Sunday we'll have a different schedule than like a Monday through Friday. That's literally it. So it's still 2 hours. It's still only that circuit.
A lot of hosts are upset and they're mad about the B circuit. Obviously, the B circuit is being turned out inside out, and there's no longer a B circuit, and the B circuit is going to the weekends. This right here is the best thing that ever happened to you. You know why this is the best thing that ever happened to you? Now you guys can really prepare for a show. Now.
This is laughable. There's no way. You got all the hosts on the A circuit who this doesn't affect being like, yeah, if you're on the B circuit, this is the best thing for you ever. You need to sit there and plan your show for a week. Can we be honest and tell them what they really need to hear? If you have to sit there and take 5 days or a week to plan your show, a 2-hour show, then maybe you should put the keyboard down and go pick up a regular job. This career, this job, the YouTube shit, the streaming shit, it genuinely isn't for everybody. Some people get overly stressed trying to think of things, and it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. You have to have a little bit of a creative bone in your body for something like this, or a little bit of a idea of what you want to do. Like ideas, opinions. You can't be an NPC. That's the simple answer. If you're an NPC, streaming is not for you.
You guys can really take time and really get prepped and ready for Saturday. So when it comes Saturday and Sunday, there's no excuse for not having the greatest content of all fucking time.
What's that gonna help? The greatest content of all time? None of them know what the greatest content of all time is. Does anybody in the LCU know what the greatest content of all time is? None of you are like Kai Cenat level of streamers. None of you are even like competing with the biggest names in streaming at the moment. Like, so to be real, what content are they expecting these people to do on the weekends? What do they want to see from them? Because that, I think, is also the problem, right? They bring all these people in under the premise of, oh, we're going to, like, teach you, come to the LCU, you're going to, like, learn. You could be anybody in the Discord. Doesn't matter your skill set. Just come and try out. You could be entertaining. But they don't tell you at all they don't teach you anything. They don't teach you a single skill. You just kind of got to figure it out. Which then at that point, your time could low-key better be spent building your own channel, especially for a lot of these B circuit shows. There are people, like, I will say, I think that that a good amount of my time was spent well in the early days of the LCU, right? Like, I think I overstayed. Like, I should have left sooner than I did.
And a midnight wiener stroker.
This stream brought to you by Blue Chew Gold. White Claw keeping you down? Not with Blue Chew Gold. Use code KeemFilled Donut for 20% off your order.
That Keem-filled donut is crazy. Greg is going wild on this TTS today. Thank you, Chan. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, I think my time that I was there for was well spent in the LCU, but I think for some of these B circuit hosts, when they're not seeing like big numbers of donos, big numbers of like viewership, like people actually interested in the content that they're producing in the LCU, here's honestly, if you've never been involved in a main storyline, like whether it was real, scripted, whatever the fuck in the LCU, then you should probably leave.
And
your time's better spent on your own channel.
Today's stream brought to you by Ozzy
Oh.
Cobb's Bat Beheading Corn Cob Skewers. Providing all the cob with zero corn. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code OSCOBBEGOS for 20% off.
Tell them. Yeah, I guess all the ones that didn't, I don't know. My TTS is weird. It just freaks out. Is that it? The rest? Okay. Bet.
You guys been lazy, just waking up whenever, showing up late, whatever, hitting the record button and not being prepared. This time around, you motherfuckers you ain't got no choice. There's no goddamn way. What we've been seeing in the LCU is all these shows been getting way too comfortable. They haven't been bringing it. They just like, oh, well, I'll just do a show today. Who cares? Wake up with my pajamas on and, what am I going to talk about today?
So you're like, yeah, instead of just, like, can I be real? That is a problem. That is shit that I called out even when I was in the LCU. And the reason that I used to call shit like that out goes back to what I was saying. We used to be held to a standard, okay? When you first became my host, you had to make a certain threshold of money. Your content couldn't be boring. Even if you made that money threshold, if Keem didn't like your show, he would fuck with you. He would move your time slot. He would pit other people like up against each other just to like see drama happen. You never knew what was going to happen in like the early days of the LCU, but the thing about it was like kind of more fun. It was drama, but it wasn't constant like the worst shit ever. I mean, there was a lot of really bad shit that happened, but there was some positive to it, right? Now it's just all negative. Now it's just all drama.
And a midnight wiener stroker.
And it's all about money.
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result is insanity.
Yeah.
They can't talk about anything but themselves and repeat on drama.
And I think part of the problem too is it's not even just doing the same thing over and over. It's constantly relying on donos to push the content. If they don't make money on their shows, then not much is going to happen on an episode. It's going to be a lot of twiddling their thumbs because they have to make these dono amounts for them to like be able to make an income out, or not like an income, to make a sustainable income out of that. Like if they want to make a living out of the LCU, you have to push donos. You have to try to have days with goals, etc., so that you can make the money because you're splitting it 50% with Keem. And then on top of that, then you're splitting the money 2 ways with you and your co-host. So
a joker and a
shit.
midnight wiener stroker.
Not a sponsor, but dropping in to pay my birthday tax.
Birthday tax? Is it your birthday? You don't pay a birthday tax on your birthday. Is it your birthday? Is it Fusion's birthday? Because then everybody's got to say happy birthday. I need to know, like, expeditiously. But thank you so much, Fusion. Not a sponsor is crazy. Not a sponsor. Like, one of the only ones today. You and, like, 2 others.
I got to focus on I need to make sure the fans have weekend shows. I have to deliver a schedule that's beneficial to the fans. Okay, well, whatever. Look, at the end of the day, B Circuit sucks. You guys are all crybabies. You're going to work the weekends. I wish you the best of
literally
luck.
were just singing us praises, Keem. You were.
So this.
You were literally just singing us praises, Keem, but that goes back to literally what I was saying yesterday. He wasn't singing Glass praises because they were realistically doing these like crazy good numbers. He was singing Glass praises in spite of me.
I'm a toker.
He was trying to be like,
joker,
yeah, we don't need this
and
bitch
a midnight
Zay.
wiener stroker.
This stream is brought to you by Keem Cosmetics, the most efficient way to get pink eye since 2019. Use code DEVADIN for 5% off of purchases over $500.
Diva Dan. Serving. Why was Keem's Cosmetics actually a real thing, by the way? Why was it a legitimate thing that happened? But huge happy birthday to Fusion again, by the way.
Shit doesn't work out with the B circuit. With us going weekends, what's going to happen?
Well, you want it to work out because you don't want to be in the B circuit. Like, it's literally a punishment. So you want to go over there, you want to grind
You just said you
and
weren't
get your...
punishing us. You just said you weren't punishing us.
Well, I lied. It's a punishment. You want to go over, you want to grind the weekends and try to get yourself an A circuit.
What the fuck?
It's
have
too
I done
easy. Every Saturday and Sunday morning, there is a giant amount of fans in the Discord. These are people with jobs that want to watch and support a show, and nobody goes live. And then during the week, those people in the Discord don't watch your shit. Like, you can go look at the views. They don't watch you. They don't.
So Keem is just like finally admitting that this like whole B circuit project failed and it really didn't work the way he wanted it to. Here's my thing with it. When I was on Glass and it was on the B circuit, it was doing fine. It was doing numbers sometimes better than the show that was in A circuit at the same slot. In fact, it did for an entire month straight, to the point that we were able to get the A circuit and then still got shafted out of that. So it really doesn't matter. If Keem doesn't like your show, he has to like your content. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, and I don't think these people are realizing it. Even if you're making these certain numbers, if he's gotta like it. Like, they don't get it. This is all Keem's ego at play. The entire reason he still does the LCU is so that he can ego boost off of these random Discord people who otherwise wouldn't make it on their own. And he, in fact, when I'll show you guys a later part of when I think it's on the rewind,
a joker.
he says that. He directly says that.
Wiener stroker.
This stream is sponsored by Cameo. Why spend $5 for Zay to shout you out when you get more pound per dollar by sending $30 to ALR to wish you happy B-Day?
More pound per dollar. I don't know. I still think that, like, if you did, like, 4 $5 donos, how many pounds of me would it take to equal Amber? Like 4 or 5 of me. So no, it's still cheaper. We got Jillian Thrill with the Little Smokies for 2 months who said, twisting my business clean off. 2 months already. I love you, Zay. Get ready for the great harem meld. I was like, haram? What is a haram? And it said harem meld. I'm really ready for the great harem meld.
See you. You're not being seen. All right. So the best way to produce content for our fans and be reliable on the weekends and have a show available for everyone is to make this move. Now, there's a good possibility it won't work. And the reason why it won't work is because you guys are already streaming 5 days a week and it's not working.
I mean, if we're being realistic, the easy answer to doing it, instead of just doing a free reign schedule on the weekend, I don't know why I have to give this guy his business answers for him, is to make a 6-day schedule of the LCU instead of a 5-day schedule. So you still give the people that want off on the weekends 1 day on the weekends, but unless you're a top 5 show, you have to go on a certain schedule on the weekends if he's wanting certain hours to be filled in. It doesn't need to be a continuous 24-hour loop, but he could have like 8 hours of each day filled in. It's not hard to think about ways to have solutions to these problems, but they don't.
But that wouldn't be on me. I'm trying to fix the problem. This is now on you to perform and crush it. And if you do good on the weekends, then you're probably going to bump someone out on A circuit and find your way to A circuit. That is the goal. You know, if y'all want to fail and not perform, that's on you. You're not the pro team anymore, all right? B circuit is now a punishment. B circuit is for the people that don't perform, all right?
Who is the pro team? Who's the pro team in the LCU right now? The A circuit? What shows are on the A circuit? Is there a pro team? It feels like everybody left is like the people who like got picked last in dodgeball. I don't know, man. Tough one. We got Krabby Sue with the Little Smokies for 2 months who said this stream is sponsored by Krispy Kreme. Use code Creamstar for 50% added at checkout. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
This whole like, hey, if you're on B, it's not a negative thing, right? That was true at one point, but it's not now. I am focused on the people that are winning right now. The people that are not winning and that have been failing, all right? I'm putting them on the weekends so they have a chance to maybe get a new audience and win. If you don't want that opportunity, go fuck yourself.
The people who have been winning. Who's winning? Can someone name some of the... What are the A circuit shows left? Let's go look at this schedule really quickly. Let's go look at these winning shows. I know this is about to be a sad joke. All right, let's look at the schedule. Yeah, we got Cafe. They're winning. They were always doing fantastic. Oh yeah, Milkers. Have you guys seen Milkers, by the way? I got sent a clip of that, and I've been told the entire show is like that. It's literally turned into a titty stream. The entire premise of the show is shake your tits around for money. Beautiful. Then you got Crypt. I don't even know who's on that show anymore. Josh and somebody, clearly. Reaper is still on the schedule, and Xylee's not even there. So who's even on that show? I don't know. Did they just leave Tommy C on a solo show? That's fucking god-awful. Can I be real? Queens has always been here live. Pitt's doing fine, whatever. Rewind is just Billy. And, like, can I just be real? Look. Billy, cool guy when I worked with him and all, doesn't do shit when it comes to planning a show. I can't imagine Billy soloing a show like Rewind where you're supposed to recap stuff that happens and he doesn't watch any of the LCU. I just don't know what the show's gonna be. It's gonna turn into the same thing that happened when I left to begin with. And that didn't do well. But then you got Nature. I don't know who's on Nature. I don't know anything about Nature to even criticize them. But yeah. Pro team. Cash. I also don't know who's on that show. It looks like Big Murph and somebody else. Wild, which I think is Glammy and Wonder Woman. A Circuit. And you got Fluff with Sweet Tea and AMAC, which I'm pretty sure they have like some fan base going. So that one kind of makes sense. But like the rest, I'm just like, can I just be real? That's the pro team they have left in the LCU. Half the shows I listed are either one host or we don't know who the second host is. And as somebody who was there for a really long time, I should know these things. I should definitely know these things. And I don't. Unfortunately. But let's keep going on what we were watching.
All right.
Oh my God.
Team, it used to be better. We have the viewership has gone down.
Yeah.
This might be a play to save both sides.
Yeah, it has.
It goes on.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Thank you. It's not about time in. It's about being a good entertainer and caring about your viewers. And if you care about your viewers, then you'll care about how you are going to conduct your show. And when you're playing fruit, you obviously don't care and you haven't grasped this.
I don't know what playing fruit is.
Concept.
No,
I'm sorry.
Iceman
B
didn't
Circuit
care.
has to go to the weekends. It has to, and it is a punishment. And when you're on the weekends, you should be striving to get an A Circuit. And if you want out of your contract, I'll let anyone out. And anyone in B Circuit that's getting moved to the weekends. If you want out of your contract, I will let you out because I have no faith that you can even hurt the LCU on your.
Y'all want to know something really funny? So you hear how he says in this moment that anybody on the B Circuit who wants to be out can just go. Well, I did peep, and so did a couple people that I know, peeped that Phantom had a stream scheduled on his own channel today, right? So his stream was scheduled for like before mine was supposed to go. So I was actually interested. I was going to watch a little bit of it. I actually had to push mine back to eat my sandwich for lunch. So I was like, oh, bet I'm going to get to see Phantom stream. And then
Surprise,
before it even went
motherfucker.
live, it was down. We got Shannon Ann with the two who said, has he considered getting sponsored? Hashtag winning. Good point. Now, where is it? Let me get it pulled up for me to read. So apparently, Phantom said about the subject of why his stream was taken down. He said, Keem threatened his paycheck, and unfortunately, he needs that. So he had to take the stream down. So Keem, let's replay.
Get moved to an A circuit weekends. It has to, and it is a punishment. And when you're on the weekends, you should be striving to get an A circuit. And if you want out of your contract, I'll let anyone out. Anyone in B circuit that's getting moved to the weekends. If you want out of your contract, I will let you out because I have no faith that you can even hurt the LCU on your own personal channel at all. No.
So this is now the second time we've got a literal video evidence of Keem saying one thing and then in writing behind the scenes saying something else. Now, do you want to know why he does that? He's protecting his ass. So the only way, if let's say any of us wanted to go after him legally for our paycheck, which would be silly. I'm going to make it clear to anybody who hasn't been paid by Keem, your amount that he hasn't paid you out would be silly to go after him for because the amount that you'd spend in legal fees, and you're probably not going to win anyways. Very good luck with that. But if you were to go after him, the only way you'd even remotely have a case is if you have it in writing somewhere that he said otherwise. And he knows that. So he's directly in front of the audience, making it seem like he'll be the good guy and he'll let you out of your contract. Like what he said with me. He said, if she wants to leave at any point, I'd let her go. She's been so loyal for so long. He said that directly about me. I left. I obviously didn't get paid. I knew that was going to happen because I know this man doesn't hold up to any of the things he says on camera because he works differently behind the scenes. So he told Phantom in this moment, hey, I'll let you out of your contract. Phantom thinks he's good. He schedules a stream on his own channel and is now being told he wouldn't get paid. Seems like I've heard this all before. Maybe everybody should have listened to me when I left and I told them that this man wasn't doing honest business. Crazy work. Let's go ahead. We got a couple others. We got Paul and Polly Pocket with the Little Smokies for 2 months who said, still having a fun time with the community you've built, Zay. Parasocial heart hand heads to you and my Pikmin Bloom friends. Oh my god, I love our little Pikmin Bloom group. Before, when I played that game and I had nobody to help me with mushrooms, now you all are my goats. Thank you all. And then Investigator River with the Glizzy General for 2 months said, I bet Rosie wishes she left with you now, and why not have B circuit do C circuit and stream when they want with no redirects, and their fans get redirected to an A circuit show no matter what. Smart move. Keem per usual. I mean, it could be literally anything, but he doesn't want to have the headache of people that are literally not making enough money for him. It's always been about a money thing. And we got Dummy with the Hot Dog Gang for 2 months who said, I found a gray hair in my beard. Soon I'll be Keem. You know, you can borrow his Just for Men's to fill it in. But also, in case you guys don't believe me, just want to show it to you guys directly, the message that I was shown. Where that was said. Here, let me just forward it over to my docket really quickly. Because you guys could just be like, ah, yeah, she just be making shit up. It happened to me. I believe him. He said one thing on a stream and then turned around behind the scenes and said something completely different. You guys can have whatever feelings you want about Phantom. You cannot fuck with him, whatever. But that's shady. To tell somebody, hey, I'm going to let you out of your contract on a public setting and then in a private setting to tell them something else. Shady, shady, shady. But let's go ahead and keep going on this because then we still got another part of the stream. And then we got to get into Amber being missing.
Like, honestly, I am going to be backing winners. Winners, winners, winners. The people that are performing, they're going to have my full support. Everyone that's trying will also have my support, but they need to go on the weekends to go try. They don't understand I'm trying to help them because they're struggling and failing in front of everyone. As everybody knows, if you're a fan of the LCU, you know every Saturday morning and every Sunday morning, and this will go all the way on until 6 p.m., 8 p.m. sometimes. Literally no one will go live. And the fans want it, you know? Maybe not the Grays, but the people that are in the Discord, they want a show to be live. And
be real? Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild that Keem, the guy who's like, don't listen to the fans, is now running and operating the shows on what the fans want to see on the weekends? Isn't he the one who always says the fans are always wrong, he shits on you guys when you donate, etc., etc.? But you guys say you want to overwork the hosts, make sure they're working every day, whatever. Because, look, I wouldn't think it's a problem. For me, I don't really care if I had to do like a 7-day and it was only like 2-hour thing, because my other job isn't like I have to go clock in for a schedule. But there are people there that do work jobs where they got to go clock in. They're like moms there. There are just people who have to take care of their loved ones, etc. And their schedules don't operate on on like the whatever Keem's feeling schedule or whatever the audience is feeling schedule. So he goes from being fuck the audience to totally operating and changing the universe to what they want.
And a midnight
makes sense.
wiener stroker.
Boogie 2988 sold his likeliness for free without reading the contract. Basically, Keem owns his channel and everything. Voided his LCU contract by violated the NDA and sold his half of the LCU.
Nah, that's a script. I'm gonna be real. That's just all a script. Like, it's so obviously fake to me, that particular thing. Like, the whole, like, Boogie sold his channel. Just not real.
You know, the people on B Circuit have been not doing that hot. And I moved them over the weekends, and now they're all mad about it. And it's like, you know, they're threatening to quit, and we're going to do this. Quit. It's like, we got to put some respect on the LCU. Everybody has always wanted us to just stick with the A circuit. If we go back to the A circuit and like really, really focus on fixing all of those shows on the A circuit and make them stable, then we can have a healthy weekend stream that I can put focus in, and I can start coaching some of those people to be better entertainers. And then they can bump someone out of A. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like, we need more of a
Isn't this similar to like when he went away for his wedding and he was like, guys, when I come back to August, I'm going to bring in all these big names, all these big YouTubers are going to come in, and then literally nobody came into the LCU, so everybody held out till August for absolutely nothing. We're 19 days into August currently, nothing big has happened in the LCU at all this month other than him making this absolutely brain-dead stupid move, which is only going to push more people to want to leave the LCU. And he can say, oh, well, he's only focused on the A team. Well, the A team he has left is not enough to sustain that universe the way it once did. Those, like, he has to remember how long it took a lot of, like, us that were small, like, just random Discord people starting out to get that pre-established audience. To be able, there was times on Rewind where I sat on Rewind with 800 viewers solo, and I can guarantee you that most of the fucking people over there now could not do the same who are on this A pro team.
tier system. Here's the other thing. Y'all got me twisted, right? Like, after Fat Camp, I was just trying to hold this place together because my real focus was on getting married, right? That was my real focus. I came back. Yeah. I've been working behind the scenes. I've been trying to fix things here and there. And to talk to me the way Phantom and Jersey talked to me today, like, you gotta be fucking crazy.
A joker and a midnight wiener stroker.
Today's stream is brought to you by Weenie Hut Jr., providing low-quality hot dogs. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code BULLDOG for 20% off.
Code BULLDOG is crazy. I love Walters. I love Walters. Never change Walters hot dogs.
I'll fire you. I'll fire the whole B circuit. I don't care. That is not my focus. My focus is delivering a Monday through Friday good A circuit, and it's broken right now. It's severely broken. This is a free.
He won't fire the entire B circuit though, because firing the entire B circuit though would then like make it so they have to get out of their contract. He's gonna make it so they're gonna have to only stream on the weekends, and they're all gonna want to quit so that he doesn't have to let them out of their contracts and doesn't have to pay them out. Simple answer.
Marketplace. You all have access to the Discord. You have access to all the other hosts.
Oh, so something really, by the way, interesting that happened, and this is like me definitely like directly speaking to Phantom and saying like what was going through your brain. Phantom starts up a stream saying this is a protest against what Keem is doing, which first off, Phantom, did you think that starting up a stream on the channel that makes Keem 50% of the revenue, sympathy baiting your audience, did anything to hurt Keem? You just line that man's pockets. every single one of you that did a protest stream going on shitting on Keem, etc., you didn't do anything. You didn't make a difference. This is something I had to learn. He doesn't give a fuck what you have to say. You just lined his pockets with all the sympathy donos you got from your audience that's against what he's doing. Then, on top of that, Keem comes on to Alpha. They have their whole conversation, etc., etc. At the end of it, Rewind starts going live, right? So Keem, because Billy needs the help when he's solo, I'm gonna be real, that's why he went back to the LCU to begin with. He goes up there, does his thing. Keem tells Alpha they have to shut their stream down and everybody go over to Rewind. And you know what they do? Guess. They shut the stream down and they go over. They all leave Alpha and go to Rewind. Like yes men, little dogs. Yip, 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 all in a line.
I'm a toker, a joker, and a midnight wiener stroker.
Do you think the biggest hit to LCU was getting rid of the individual VCs?
No, I don't think that was the biggest hit to the LCU. I honestly think the biggest hit to the LCU was losing everybody the way that they did at once with, like... So, me, Steak, Nightmare, we left, and then on top of that, there was, like, a bunch of other, like, kind of, like, random hosts who, like, left or, like, were in and out. It was just, like, the instability in general. People leaving and people, like, not wanting to member up to a show that they don't know if it's gonna be there a month from then. It was just, like, general instability. You could see the cracks forming from before I even left, though. That's part of why I said I was leaving. It was a sinking ship. I didn't want to go down with the ship that I feel like I helped build. They can say whatever they want about who the founding members of the LCU are, but little fun lore history... Did you know that there used to be one live on air in the fucking LCU until me? You know who's the first show to ever compete against another show in the LCU and go live at the same time? Nerds Against Queens. Oh, you know who was running that? Oh, you know why the split VZs exist, right? We've all heard that one before. Just say we could go down the list of so many things that even existed in the LCU because I was there.
The biggest hit to the LCU was me leaving TBH. I'm very important. Also, since I'm starting to have a beard like Keem, who's the nearest person named Alex.
Dummy. Dummy, I'm crying. Dummy, no. Dummy, you can't go that far. He can't take you down with him. We can't get you canceled like that. And honestly... No, but, like, I know you're joking and saying that, but you're not wrong. Like, Dummy, like, you leaving, Wombat leaving, like, there's a lot of people, like, from early LCU days that were, like, there. I don't remember if you guys were exactly there, like, when I joined, but, like, shortly after. Like, I saw you guys in the Discord for, like, months and months and months. When you left, that honestly broke because, like, the last few members that were, like, really a community, the people who, like, populated main chat, the people who, like, we all interacted with, they left. Who even is over there anymore? I don't know if I were to go back into the LCU right now and type in main chat, I have no clue what names I would see. I don't know half of those people anymore.
You have access to all the other shows you can pop on from time to time. If your show was good, then the fans would be there to watch it. They decide the winners and losers in this spot. And the fans have decided that you guys suck. And that's just a hardcore truth of it.
That's because you reinforce it by going around saying Phantom sucks. Phantom shit.
Do you really think people are not watching you? Because
yes and no. Like, yes and no. There's also, like, a layer of, like, if you're good enough, you can push past that. I'll be real. Like, I do agree with the fact that Keem will limit you when he does that, like, and you can't reach a certain audience anymore, like, you won't get any more viewers past the ones you have in the LCU, but I also think that you could still be successful, so there is a layer to truth in both of those statements.
based on my opinion,
you contribute to it. Yes, it's a cult. You know what? The leader of the cult usually dictates what's good, what's bad. And guess what? That's what you do around here.
Okay. What other excuse do you got?
Yeah, I do agree with what Phantom's saying in that, but I do also agree that there's people who like their like for certain hosts will go past that if your personality is enough to like show them that you should, excuse me, be one of those people.
For your content sucking.
This
Why?
is why the LCU is dying, and why? Because you guys don't know how to program.
I'll tell you right now.
Goddamn television for 15 years.
The only reason why the LCU is dying is because it is broken severely.
You know what this?
And why is it broken? Like, does Keem not realize that as the person who's supposed to be, like, holding everything together, that that's kind of his responsibility? When hosts are doing bad, when shows are failing, it doesn't all come back to the random host. It all generally goes back to Keem just sucking as a boss and not ever supporting anything that happens there. He doesn't teach these people how to be better content creators. He doesn't teach people how to do anything. He just expects them to come in and know these things. And then when they fail, he's like, well, it's your fault. Well, like, I guess it is, but then they should have just went and done it on their own anyways if they weren't going to get any help from you.
You know what this is giving right now? This is giving the same excuses you was making with Fupa Cheese. You talking to us like it's Fupa Cheese.
Shut the fuck up.
You talking to us like, baby, I flew you out here.
No,
I gave
fuck
you.
off,
You remember?
yo
I
mama.
gave you. I let you in the room, baby. You remember I bought you. I gave you $300, baby.
It has nothing to do with goddamn Fupa
Did
Cheese.
you just kick him?
Did you kick him? Oh, shit.
Yes, I did.
This ain't your show. You can't kick someone. This ain't your fucking show.
I don't give a shit. I ain't listening to that bullshit.
What?
I'm tired of
Can we
this
listen
shit.
to some of the?
You
you
owe
said,
me a chain for 1 year. You owe me back pay for all the fucking IT shit, and you're gonna pay me, and then I'll leave because apparently I'm not entertaining enough.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where Phantom lost me. I'm gonna be real. As somebody who did a lot of volunteer work in the LCU, the last thing you're gonna catch me doing is saying Keem owes me back pay for nothing. Do I think he should have paid me my last paycheck? Yes. Did I expect to get it? No. Beyond that, I ain't really owed shit. And I don't really care if I don't get fucking paid. I don't really care if I did all that volunteer shit because I did learn and I got experience from doing that, etc. I think the problem, though, is, like, you can't volunteer for stuff and you can't, like, do shit for people even when they ask and then expect there to be a thank you.
And a midnight wiener stroker.
The fact that Phantom is the one calling out the gnome about this BS after being a beach for a year is wild.
Yeah, I will say it is interesting to see Phantom being the one to call this out and finally snap because he was very LCU diehard.
And a midnight wiener stroker.
The LCU is falling apart because of stalkers, doxers, and hosts defended way worse things they shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think it started even falling apart before that, though. It's just, like, they just let too much shitty behavior just, like, slip through the cracks. So, like, I get what you're saying. I think it's, like, even more than just, like, stalkers, doxers. It's, like, edginess that went way farther than edginess, you know?
Okay, when Phantom's volunteering to do stuff, and I'm like, sure, yeah, well, Phantom, go help them with their OBS. I owe you money now? I didn't know that. Like,
yeah, no.
We had an agreement that I owe you money?
I didn't volunteer.
Oh my god, I haven't seen one of these in so long. I gotta hit a mustard. We got barely functional with the 149 hot dog.
I didn't volunteer. You tell me. Go set this person up with OBS. Go set this person up.
And did you do it?
What about my 1 year? Yes.
Did you do it?
I did it for you.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Why do these motherfuckers want a moissanite chain so bad? I got that shit, and I really... It's a chain. I'm never gonna wear it. It's ugly as fuck. I'm probably gonna sell it on eBay. If you're interested in purchasing the LCU chain, let me know. It's gonna be a couple grand. I'm gonna be real. If you try to buy it off me, I'm gonna keep it a very clean stack with you right now. If you try and buy it off me just off rip, I'm going to charge you a couple grand. If you got a couple grand, you want to buy the LCU chain, hit my line. Otherwise, I'm more than likely going to sell it to a jeweler at some point so I can just take all the little moissanites out and make it into something pretty.
Thank you very much for all the help that you've done here. Let's take all the junk and put it on Marketplace. And on top of it...
fuck off.
No, dude,
Fuck
you
off.
have a junkyard
There
at
ain't
your house.
junk here. Get me out of my contract now.
You set it up.
win.
Listen to me.
I'm done.
You set it up. You're gonna listen to
No,
me,
I'm done.
goddammit. I'm smarter than you.
Let me out of my contract. I'll go fucking stream on Phantom Mutation.
So I think that's what he was going to do. Yeah, until we see that message where he said he wasn't allowed to stream. Now, there was more. Do you guys want to watch a little more of this, or do you want to get straight into the Amber stuff? Let me know. Let me know. One's in the chat or yes, just let me know. Do you want to watch a little more LCU of this? Because we could go watch like parts of it on either Alpha or Rewind where we see more of it. Because they kind of cut out some of the funny parts from it. But it's up to you guys. We will see some of the stuff we already saw in some of the clips, but they did cut out some of the stuff, so. I love how you guys are all just like throwing down your little amounts for this. Okay, so it seems like in general you guys want to keep going a little bit, so we'll rock on this a little bit longer. We're gonna go over, I'm gonna show you guys more of what happened on Alpha when Keem first got there and they were all debating this, because it's kind of funny, because it's just like, bro, what are you all talking about? It's just it.
You know,
Sorry, I gotta scroll to whenever Keem's there. Alright, so you got the Island of Misfit Toys up on the stream complaining about getting moved to the B circuit. Or like getting moved to the weekend on the B circuit, etc. Now we're here. Moon Kitten with the Hot Dog Gang for 2 months. A pic of Amber spotted in the wild in Discord. Dude, that's gonna be perfect for my segment after this, so thank you. I needed that.
I'm a toker, a joker, and a midnight wiener stroker.
Today's stream brought to you by Voda Pork, providing all of your baby comeback. Nostalgic begging. Help me maintain my 3 a.m. Walters hot dog habit and use code BACKSHELFHEALTH for 20% off.
Backshelf Health is a diabolical tongue. Backshelf Health, backshelf health, backshelf health. That's really hard. That's really hard to do.
In here. Hey, what's going on in this VC chat? I see a bunch of people in here.
We're talking shit. This is a protest.
What are you talking about? Nothing here. Nothing here.
What do you mean you're live? What the fuck?
I'm protesting this
Van's
bullshit
protest
schedule.
schedule.
gonna get tired. Lord have mercy.
No.
It is
I'll
Friday.
take the fucking brunt. This is my...
Starting off, why do they all talk at the same fucking time? How long have all these motherfuckers been in the LCU that you haven't figured out if somebody's speaking on the mic? One of you's gotta shut it. Only one of you is probably saying something important anyway, so the rest of you shut your yap. Lord! Also, we got Barely Functional with another 5 Hot Dog Gang gifted members, which takes us to 10 out of 19 for today. Thank you, Barely, my wife. And we got Chandanian with the 2 who said, now she can sleep all week. What's she mad about? That part. You spend all this time with your family now.
My moment.
Oh no, that's fine. I'll take the fall. I'll take the fall for it too because I went live from 6 to 8 o'clock. So
I'm
that's
going
fine.
until you shut me down, Keem. Period. And if I...
Oh, also I want to read this out. Psychdraw said what do you mean your live sounded so scripted? Oh, he knew they were live. He definitely knew they were live. I don't think he told them to do this protest or anything. I just think they did it. And then he saw it and was like, oh yeah, I can milk this for content.
Go over the 12 hours, I'll start another stream. This is bullshit.
Okay, listen. Listen. What do you mean this is bullshit? Guys, listen. All right. A circuit, you know, we had so many people leaving. It's hard to get like a good flow on each show. Every show's a little bit messed up. Cafe's in a good spot, all right? We had Rewind fixed. Now that's fucked. We had Reapers fixed. Now that's fucked. All right, live isn't perfect yet, you know, like I got to work on that. Queens, I think, is in a good spot.
When is he just realizing that maybe it's time to throw in the towel? The shit died when half of the people that founded it left. There's nobody over there anymore. What even is the point in being a subscriber or being a member, let alone a fucking pay pig or crown? Not knowing if your show's gonna exist a week from then, a month from then, you have no clue what's gonna happen. There's no stability in being a host there or being a member, being a fan, any of it.
You know, like A Circuit is not solidified. It's not doing well. The shows aren't stable at all right? I've had to come back and fucking refix this whole thing from the ground up, all right? We don't have time for this little fucking nonsense happening over on B Circuit. We don't. I got to focus on A. I need to make sure the fans have weekend shows. I have to deliver a schedule that's beneficial to the fans.
Why not? Why not? And I know every time I try to give you some type of recommendation, I get absolutely shitted on, but I'm gonna fucking say it because I got nothing to lose at this point. Why not just make a mandatory rotating weekend schedule?
That's what I'm saying,
where
too.
shows have to go live.
Because even though like Billy the Fridge only works 2 hours a day, he has to do prep for a show, right?
Billy the Fridge to prep for a show. As someone who's been on a show with Billy the Fridge, what prep does Billy do? He'd be rolling up 10 minutes before the show starts.
And making someone where they don't have a day off is just wrong. And like, you know, it's even though it's like 10 hours a week, yeah, I think everyone should work the weekends, but it's just wrong for people not to have days off. And some people just straight up do not want to work the weekends, and I don't blame them.
But you're punishing the people that
the B circuit got to work on the weekend.
How is that punishing the people that do? Oh my god, if you don't want to do, like, I just don't understand this. I don't understand this. If you feel like Keem is going to just keep fucking you over and over and over again, the point that I was at when I quit, why not just quit? Like, walk away, stand up for yourself. What job would anybody stay at where they're just taking constant mental, just like can't take it anymore type shit, and then you still stay? I wouldn't. I didn't. I left. Crazy.
You're punishing the-
And no, Dummy brings up a good point. You're working 2 hours a day. It's literally 2 hours a day. It's not like when he's talking about, oh, well, there's people that don't want to work on the weekends, then assign those people the fucking 2 a.m. shift. I don't know. It's 2 hours and make it so then the top 5 shows don't have to fucking stream on the weekend. So then they can strive to be a better fucking show. I don't know. Something smart, intelligent. Use your brain, your thinking cap. Instead, he's just incentivizing everybody to quit so he doesn't have to pay them out. That's it.
People that do go on the weekend.
I'm not punishing you because you haven't done the weekend, so you don't know what the result is.
Yes,
you
I
don't
have.
know if it's a-
I went live, but I went live for 6 hours on Sunday, and I went live for hours on.
If you go live for 6 hours but only make $130 in the entire stream, at what point did you not realize maybe you should turn it off? Maybe you should just turn the stream down. 30 viewers, $130 in 6 hours. I would be long off the episode. I'm gonna be real. More than money is like viewers. If I literally said it yesterday, if I start to notice my viewers go down and my chat starts to slow and you guys just don't seem interested in the topic and I have nothing else like planned to talk about or nothing else that I can think to talk about just off the dome, I end my stream. I move on with my day. I let you guys move on with your day and go watch something else. Because I'm not going to keep you sitting here watching me knowing I have nothing planned.
You guys have not tried this yet, so you don't know if it's a punishment. But if it is a punishment, whatever, bro.
Hold on, Jersey.
Look, bro.
Bro, I fucking kept up for 2 weeks in a row. Wait, hold on. For 2 weeks in a fucking row, me and Snowgoth made sure that we stayed up for 8+ hours to make sure that we didn't drop the fucking circuit to redirect over into the next show. So to say that we don't do weekends is fucking is insane.
Did they not understand what he just said? She's arguing a point that he didn't even make. I think like the problem with Jersey is she's like arguing and she doesn't even know what she's arguing right now. He didn't say that you don't go live on the weekends ever. He's not talking about you and saying that. He said, though, that you haven't tried doing this weekend schedule thing that he wanted you to do, so you don't know what's going to happen. That's what he's saying. Your argument, though, just doesn't even argue the point. And I think that's kind of the problem. They're just mad and angry, and I don't even think they know what to be angry about. They should be mad. But they should be mad enough to just go leave and do it on their own channel. If they still want to be streamers at this point, if they've been in the LCU that long and they're like, yeah, this is something I want to do as a career, go focus on your own fucking channel. Start growing something. Because all you're doing is growing something for a man who's literally standing there telling you you're never going to be shit and he doesn't believe in you.
Been doing weekends. We dedicate at least one day during the weekend every fucking weekend.
And you know damn well that ain't true about me because I work 7 days a fucking week for this goddamn LCU. Whether it be running streams, running my own goddamn streams, and I have done it for months upon months, almost 6 months now. And every time you see me in the mornings, on the weekends, I was either live for extended periods or I will jump up and get a stream going when you say, oh, I don't got my fucking...
I think the problem, right, is that they're not understanding. When people are in the Discord complaining that nothing's live on the weekend, it doesn't matter if Alpha's live streaming fucking Phantom sitting there trying to sharpen an arrow. Nobody's trying to watch that either. When they say nothing's live, it doesn't mean literally anything that they can watch Jersey fucking dance to fucking music. Those streams, like the dance to music streams, are shit you do when you're celebrating something. Not every weekend. You just don't want to plan content, so you log on and are like, pay me $10 and dance to music. Who's watching that? Nobody. Literally no one. When they say nothing's live, they don't mean literally nothing's live. They mean nothing good is live. If you guys are sitting there saying you're doing these long stretches on the weekend, you're not making money during them, they're not doing successfully, and people are still complaining that nothing's live, do you not realize you're a part of the problem because your content's not good? It just, sometimes it pains me to say it to these people who have been there for so long and just don't understand the game.
Saturday morning cartoons, and I'm doing all the goddamn IT work that I'm not getting paid for. So, kiss my ass. And then you go on Cash this morning, and then you go on Cash.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You go on Cash
Go ahead,
this
give it to me,
morning,
give it to me, go ahead.
And you're like, you gave me 2 days of intern on live, and then you're going, oh, I need you to run it in the background. You're not good enough on screen. Then you go to Murph, and you know I'm probably sleeping, but I happened to wake up early today, and fucking, we might need you back. We need a straight guy over there. You didn't give me a chance over there. And then on top of that, then you
Where did I say that?
shit.
Where did I... Hold on. Where...
Peace and love, like, and this is respect to Phantom, like, just like, do you think you're gonna do well with the live audience? No. At what point are you just going to accept that a lot of the audience over there just doesn't fuck with your style of content? And if you want to continue to do the type of content you're doing, maybe you gotta say sayonara. Because, like, the problem is, Phantom, do you not realize that your biggest nickname in the LCU was a snail? And I get you tried to, like, make a meme out of the meme and you, like, find it funny. But people called you a snail because your streams were slow and boring. And I feel like you have to be honest with some of these people, and they need to hear the hard truth, because for so long they've just been like lifted up by like random people in the LCU and been told like anybody can be a streamer, just stay here and you'll make money. No, you need to hear the hard truth. Like, it's been a year and your streams are still slow and boring, Phantom. You still don't know what's content and what's not. You don't know when to interject and when to kick people out of the show. Half the time, I will click on Alpha trying to support you, and it's like, I don't even know what I'm watching. I shouldn't be sitting there watching somebody stream and not knowing what I'm tuning into. That's a problem.
Where did I say that, Phantom? Where did I say that?
This morning on Cash, you went up there and you said, Murph, we might have to bring you back. We need a straight guy on live. Which Murph can run the OBS.
I don't remember saying that.
You said it this morning.
Okay, well, whatever. Look, at the end of the day, B Circuit sucks. You guys are all crybabies. You're going to work the weekends. I wish you
You
the best of
literally
luck.
were just singing us praises, Kim. You were just singing us praises for the August announcement.
I got a question. So if this shit don't work out, are we going back to how we were in September? So if this shit doesn't work out with the B Circuit, with us going weekends, what's going to happen?
Well, you want it to work out because you don't want to be in the B Circuit. Like, it's literally a punishment.
Notice how he's not giving an answer because he doesn't fucking know what he's gonna do. He doesn't know if this is gonna last for a week, if it's gonna last for a month, or if it's gonna last literally one weekend and it's done. You never know at the LCU, but the problem is if you're willing to work there at this point, you need to be willing to work there and know that it's an unstable environment. There's no job safety or security. It's that simple. He's literally directly saying even the A shows should be threatened because if any of the B shows start doing well enough, they can get moved into the A circuit. There's no job security, no job safety.
Punishment. So you want to go over there, you want to grind.
You just said you weren't
get
punishing us. You just said you weren't punishing us.
Which then at that point, I'll be real, then just go do your own channel because there's no job safety or security in just streaming in general. Your success all depends on who you are as a person, your personality. Are you able to market to an audience? Are you relatable? Are you able to talk to people? There's so many things that go into streaming, but I don't know, like, I think these people just gotta accept, like, the hard parts about it might just be worth it to do it on your own if you're gonna accept this level of instability for a paycheck that's not even worth it.
Well, I lied. It's a punishment. You want to go over, you want to grind the weekends and try to get yourself an A circuit.
What the fuck
It's
have I
too easy.
done for the last year? You invalidated my year here. You're going to invalidate the fucking year of Alpha, which is coming up. I've grinded the weekends over and over again, and then you put me at 8 a.m. when you know we do Club Alpha and shit. I'm getting sick of this shit.
Who fuck is watching Club Alpha? Like, Phantom. Even when you're talking about this, like, be real. What is Club Alpha? I don't know. I guarantee you most of the people in this chat don't know, and most of the people in the LCU don't fucking know. You're fighting for shit that nobody cares about. At least fight a fucking winning battle here. Like, that's the problem. I feel like even in this fight that they have against Keem, they don't even know what they're fighting for. What are you saying? Who cares about you being moved to 8 a.m.? Dude, your show's gonna be on the weekend. You're still crying about being moved to 8 a.m.? Pick your battle. And Outsold by Tom said, grinded the weekends, and no shade, but all he does on those streams is ramble. It's not putting in effort, it's just talking in front of a camera. I hate seeing these people sit here and say, I plan for 8 hours a stream. What do you do? What are you doing in that 8 hours? Because, bitch, if you're spending 8 hours on these fucking streams, dude, there must be an actual, like, worm crawling around in your head, struggling to make thoughts. Because how the fuck does it take you 8 hours to sit and think of hee? Let's play this clip. Plays clip for 20 minutes straight without saying anything. Gets off the clip. Yeah, that was crazy. Hee, another clip. That's 8 hours of planning.
And a midnight wiener stroker.
KLO stalked and harassed King for over 10 years and made him a host. Says a lot about a safe server or a safe space if they let anyone in.
I mean, exactly. I think it's been known the LCU isn't a safe place, safe server, etc. That's just like the propaganda they want to put out there. It's like any cult where they tell you, this place is so safe, so nice, they treat you so well, please come inside, be our friend, be our friend. You know.
Shit, Keem. Honestly.
Okay, well, Phantom, this is a cult, and this is how cults work. You give, and it's never good enough, all right? And that makes you addicted, right? That's what we're doing here, all right? Thank you, B-Slice. Keemstar confirms the LCU is a cult, all right? We're bullying our most loyal people. Everybody that...
Dude, I'm crying. Chandon answered, how does it take multiple months to get red hair? You want to know the funny thing about that red hair goal Rosie did? Now, this is a really funny thing. When that goal came up and she said she wanted to do that, I specifically told her, don't do this goal unless you promise, like, the audience and me that you're going to, like, be able to get the red hair, like, as soon as this goal hits. Because you're going to need to get it done, like, this weekend or something. Like, if you're not doing it yourself, you're going to need to get it done immediately. And she was like, oh, yeah, the salon will be open and I'll go get it done this weekend. Shit, it's almost September. Her hair still ain't red. That salon must have never been opening, huh?
Tries their hardest and does what 3 hours of prep in their dockets and stuff, like Jersey is saying. We kick those down.
No, 8+ hours in our docket every fucking day.
8+ hours. Can I see a photo of what a fucking glass docket looks like? I guarantee you the dockets that, like, I have are more detailed in way less time.
Long dockets is what I said.
And then we reward...
A 30-page long docket for a 2-hour stream? Do you not see a problem with that? Why are you doing a 30-page long docket for a 2-hour stream? Are you just copying Wikipedia paragraphs? Like, what are these 30 pages? I'd pay to tap into that.
We reward the criminals. We reward the criminals.
Yeah, you reward the people that are doxers and go IRL and record you and your fucking wife getting into arguments.
Because this is a criminal enterprise and we are an illegal cult.
Bro. All right, I'm gonna start pushing coke on my streams then. There you go. Now I'm a
Don't get mad when I call her a cokehead. Nobody get mad when I call her a cokehead because she could have said anything there. She could have said, I'll say I'm gonna go rob banks. She said, I'm gonna shit, baby. Like, you could have said anything. The blow is on the brain.
Obviously, obviously I'm joking. No,
I know you are.
Think around this, right?
Oh, he's roboting to me.
Every fucking Saturday and Sunday morning. Am I good now?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Every Saturday and Sunday morning, there is a giant amount of fans in the Discord. These are people with jobs that want to watch and support a show, and nobody goes live. And then during the week, those people in the Discord don't watch your shit. Like, you can go look at the views. They don't watch you. They don't see you. You're not being seen. All right. So the best way to produce content for our fans and be reliable on the weekends and have a show available for everyone is to make this move. Now, there's a good
He's so dumb. He's so dumb. It's like the way he's trying to sell it to them. He's like convincing them, like, yes, guys, it's got to be this. It can't be anything else. All of the ideas and other suggestions you brought up that are very feasible and valid. Nope, can't do that.
possibility it won't work. And the reason why it won't work is because you guys are already streaming 5 days a week and it's not working. But that wouldn't be on me. I'm trying to fix the problem. This is now on you to perform and crush it. And if you do good on the weekends, then you're probably going to bump someone out on A circuit and find your way to A circuit. That is the goal. Get the fucking A circuit, right?
I'm about to do a whole ass mukbang on Saturday and Sunday because it's the weekend. I'm about to eat the entire fucking menu on McDonald's, Wendy's, and...
Yeah, that's the content. Hit him with the mukbang. Like, are we kidding? This is really the content. They're like, yep, that's gonna get me a fucking A circuit show. I'm gonna eat a whole McDonald's fry. Yep, really excited for that.
And motherfucking Burger King. How about that?
Well, the thing is, it is the weekend, so I'm not gonna be hard on you on the rules because, you know, if y'all want to fail and not perform, that's on you, you know?
I just come out eating like 10, 15 pounds of food. Who said I couldn't?
I'll get go ahead, but that,
who cares to watch that?
that might not be entertaining to the audience.
Ed Meat and Hers donated $10. Then how is letting A Circuit streaming over a show be helpful if you want them to be seen?
The only people who should be allowed
That's Rocky BB.
Because he doesn't actually care. He's selling you guys what you want to hear so that you'll just do it. He doesn't want to hear you whine anymore. Do you not get it?
He donated $5. Keem has destroyed the shows I enjoyed supporting again. But it's everyone else's fault.
The only time...
Whenever I see donos like this come in, it's like, well, you're also still literally donating that $5 that Rocky BB just threw in. Literally lined Keem's pockets. Every time you throw one of these donos to complain about what Keem is doing on one of these shows, you are literally giving money to Keem so that he's going to keep doing what he's doing. So yes, keep falling into his trap. Nice one. Big brain move from the adult fans in the LCU.
A circuit should be allowed to stream is that hole between 8 p.m. and midnight on the B circuit then, and it should be live in Queens, who always go live at the same time. It should be like the top 3 shows get that spot.
Guys,
Otherwise,
guys.
Who cares?
Guys, listen. All right, A circuit on the weekend will stream whenever the fuck they want because that's a pro team. All right, you're not the pro team anymore. All right, B circuit is now a punishment. B circuit is for the people that don't perform. All right.
He's directly saying he doesn't give a fuck about you guys. You're not on his mind. He doesn't give a fuck how your shows do, and you're just directly sitting there taking it. Notice how none of these people are standing up for themselves. They're all just sulking.
This whole like, hey, if you're on B, it's not a negative thing, right? That was true at one point, but it's not now.
So you're gonna punish the people that are putting in the work.
Yeah.
Jersey, in all your time there, do you really still believe that putting in work gets you rewarded? Do you know how to use your brain to critically think? I can't do math. But do you know what 2 + 2 is? Because I'm starting to think that you just can't see simple cause and effect. This equals that. This thing happens, so this thing happens. Drama equals money in the LCU. Money equals Keem happy. Keem happy equals Keem not moving your show. No drama, money, means Keem not happy. Keem want drama. Make drama. Keem keep show where want. No drama. Keem fuck with show till bring drama. Do I need to keep going for this caveman?
I have a question, team. I heard Tina wanted to switch with Clown because she felt like she was getting any money at even though she has 500 views.
Why is this bitch bringing up this show? Oh my god, Dee Dee is the most insufferable, annoying person to me. Every time she speaks, I'm just like, cease talking.
Surprise, motherfucker.
We got Chandanan with the 2 said 2 + 2 = 5 in the LCU, Zay. Yeah, they round up.
Viewers at that time?
Yeah.
What?
Dee, I don't know what to tell you. You're not that good. You don't have a giant audience yet. You got to keep working at this.
At CJ_072
You called me a douche
donated
canoe?
$4.99.
The fuck?
So are we letting
What the
B
fuck,
Circuit
Dee?
do members only during the week? Otherwise, what's the point of us cash cowing and ban worlding to them?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good point. Like, can we do members only during the week? Since I mean, we won't be like interfering with the A circuit. Technically, we're going to be catering to the audience that we built when we do members only. Yeah, making up for that time.
But also because they pay for the memberships monthly, you know,
Guys.
You know what? Can I be honest? You know what? Just random. You know what really offsets me about this Dee Dee girl? How old would you assume she is? Like early 20s or something. Pretty young, right? This bitch 30 with pigtails.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Why are you 30 with pigtails? Who the fuck is 30 years old with fucking pigtails? I don't know, but it's really off-putting. We got Hazy Shadows with the 2 said, in one live, Keem said Boogie ruined his life. I honestly think Keem says anything to just make Boogie have these fake crash outs because it's very believable to the audience.
If you ask me, if you ask me a question, if you ask me a fucking question, I assume that everyone's going to shut the fuck up so I can answer the question. That's what I assume. You know, like, what's the point of her asking me, hey, can we do a member stream? And then 7 people talk after that. I can't really answer if you're running your mouth. And now that I'm in a bad mood, no. Honestly, no. You want to fucking not let me answer the question? I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it.
Don't be a woman on their period. Come on now.
I didn't have a problem with it. You just wouldn't let me answer.
She's a 30-year-old woman with pigtails, and she's a pick-me. Pick a fucking goddamn struggle. Oh my god. You could not be more of an insufferable individual than to be a pick-me and be 30 years old with pigtails and just never shut the fuck up. Wherever she is in the world, never let me find the same space. Never let me breathe the same air.
So the damn question.
Then let me out of my contract now. Let me out of it. Let me go back to my little
Done.
60 channels.
Done. You're out.
Then I'll go.
You don't understand. Okay, do it. I am focused on the people that are winning right now. The people that are not winning and that have been failing, all right? I'm putting them on the weekend so they have a chance to maybe get a new audience and win.
I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy, but like, can we be real? Why did Billy the Fridge go back to the LCU? It wasn't to bring happy sunshine, skippy rainbows. He wasn't doing so hot on his personal channel. And you think he's going to be a professional solo streamer in the LCU? He's the A team. He's a pro team. Like, I'm just being realistic. You can all have your love for Billy, respect, but is Billy not a failure when he's got an 80,000 subscriber channel and cracks about the same viewers I do?
If you don't want that opportunity, go fuck yourself. All right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to.
And look, I'm gonna be real. The only reason I'm even saying shit to Billy is because you will see in this stream, he just turns into a fucking bootlicker. He's literally Billy Bootlicker now. He's just like everything Keem says, he's just dick sucking him all the way through.
To put him in a vulnerable position again and draw him as a mermaid. It's a wrap.
Do it. Don't do
It's
it.
a wrap. I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go
God.
first, Billy. Don't try and stop me. He's
Don't
gonna
do
have
it,
to get his
Dee.
mermaid tail. It's a wrap.
Jersey,
I have to do it, Billy.
I see you weighing heavy right now. I see you weighing heavy. I know you're.
You know why?
heavy
Because
right
she
now.
puts hours upon hours of work into everything that she does. Even when she's not 100%, she's still putting in 120. That's what the fuck this is boiling down to. That's what it is.
I think if I were in your shoes right now, I would take this position to make the best, the best 2 shows every week possible, and slide into some slot in the A circuit. I think you and Snow got.
Cap. No. Billy's straight capping as well here. If this happened to Billy, he would have quit. Billy didn't like taking heat from other people in the LCU, so he quit. And you think if Keem fucked with him so bad and he moved him to only doing 2 shows on the weekend, he'd stay? Fuck no, he wouldn't. That's silly. Billy's just talking from this like place because he's in this like position right now where he feels like he's untouchable because he's back in the LCU and he knows he's one of the only people who is like a founding person, so he feels safe. And that's what I don't respect about this. Like, there's moments where it's just like, I lose respect for Billy because it's like, what are you doing, man? You're acting like you're super successful when you left the LCU, like you were doing super fucking well. I tuned into those streams. I saw the numbers, buddy. You're not some big fucking shot when you leave the place. And you're not some big fucking shot there either, because I remember having to fucking carry your ass on Rewind, to be so fucking for real. If it wasn't for me when I was on Rewind, there would have been a Rewind show every day. If people can whine and cry and say I ruined Rewind, well, y'all wouldn't have even had an episode to tune into. Because I planned every fucking show. I made every fucking docket. So what is he doing there now?
Have an ability to do that. I think you guys, you know.
At Mother Sire 55 donated $20. Explain fluff then.
We got to put some respect on the LCU. And if we're having shows that can't pull 100 viewers, then they got to be like a weekend stream. All right. When we're having shows that, you know, can't make more than, you know, $100 in a support during a 2-hour show, then it's got to be a weekend show. We got to put respect on this thing. You know what I mean? We got to switch it up.
Team, it used to be better. We have the viewership has gone down.
Yeah.
This might be a play to save both sides.
Yeah, it has.
It goes on.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
No shit, Sherlock. But what I'm saying is, you can take an A circuit show that's getting 300 viewers, you move them to the B circuit, and instantly the next day, do you know how many viewers they have? 35, 50, 65. So there's some fuck shit going on.
Okay.
And I'm not the only one that saw this. Because remember,
Well, what is the fuck shit? What is the fuck shit? What do you mean by that?
That you have.
Are you implying botting, Phantom? Because I think everybody figured that out a long time ago. That the LCU's got a little bit of a botting thing going on over there.
disrespecting
what do you mean?
the circus so
Say
much.
with your
Rocky
chest.
BB donated
Somebody gets moved
$5.
over there.
Billy,
They're being
you're gonna
told
make your
their
bag.
shit.
Don't act like you actually care about how Jersey
Yeah,
is
okay,
feeling.
let me explain
Glass pulled over
something to
100
you.
against Live tonight.
Let me explain something to you. I've been a YouTuber for like 15 years. I'm well aware of how to set up streams, how to set them up in a certain way to make sure notifications go out, and no one else knows how to do that, even though I made videos on how to do it. First of all, if you set up your stream 30 minutes before you go live, it doesn't send any notifications out whatsoever. And we see this happen every single day in the LCU. People don't set up their streams in time.
Can I be real? Half the shit that Keem says that is a legitimate thing that is so real that happens, you can like literally look up is not fucking true. He should be making shit up. I've definitely scheduled a stream like right before and seen the notification pop up. It's just kind of random sometimes if the notification doesn't pop up. Also, if your like video or stream is titled a little bit raunchier, you know, you might not get that pop-up, or your thumbnail's a little bit iffy, you might not get that pop-up on the notification there. He should be talking out his ass a lot of the time. Like, Keem, I remember I asked him in multiple different host meetings if we could start doing shorts, like, to promote the channels, and he kept telling us that shorts hurt streaming analytics and that you shouldn't do shorts because it would hurt the analytics and doesn't send out notifications when you stream because it sends out notifications for your shorts. So this whole time, I always thought like, oh, shorts are bad. Shorts are bad. I do my research. Shorts are not bad. Shorts are great for your channel and don't do anything but help you grow to another audience that only watches short form content. So imagine like telling smaller streamers that in the LCU and telling them shit like that. Like, he has no clue what he's talking about. Which, by the way, huge shout out to our new shorts artist over on this channel. If you guys don't know, all of our shorts are made by Outsold by Tom in the chat. So give him a huge thank you and a shout out if you're enjoying them. He's killing it already. We have one going up pretty much every day at 7, except 2 days out of the week I take off, which I think is going to be like Monday and like Thursday, if I'm correct.
The notifications don't go out. They don't make good thumbnails. They don't make engaging titles. They'll start off their stream without any, bro, when I start off a stream, I'm bam, bam, bam. I'm telling you what it's going to happen. I'm telling you why I'm excited. I got that audience by their fucking balls, bro. And like none of y'all do that. Y'all treat it like a fucking VC and then you're crying. I'm on the weekend. I'm on the weekend. You put me in fucking B. You put me in B with no redirect. Oh wait, I did it on Jester. They're going to watch me. They're going to watch me, Phantom. You're not the...
He's Keemstar is a dumb point because I built the Glass audience up with having 0 redirect. Glass started off before, like, it was in, like, I guess B or C circuit, I can't remember at the time, but we literally didn't get a redirect from any show building off all the way to monetization and did it just fine. I mean, this show here, my streams here, don't get a redirect. I built this shit up. Like, it's that is your own merit. Like, saying, oh, you need a redirect to be successful, that's kind of saying that you already feel like you don't got it.
Fucking same. Exactly. Exactly.
But
that is the
all
point.
The same things. I give the good intro. I get them hyped up. But you know what? You know what? You have the name. I followed all the tips and tricks, and I was still.
You take my name away, motherfucker. I will dress up. I will dress up like a different character, and I'll come on here in a different fucking studio, and I'll still outperform everyone. All right.
So.
Well, Keem did try that. Keem did try that once, where he pretended to be like some like young gay guy named Jerry the Canary. I don't know if anybody knows this. Weird Keem lore for you. He thought he's had this like concept, I guess, in his head before where he could just like be anybody on the internet and he'd be successful. So he did like this like Minecraft YouTube channel pretending to be the channel name is Jerry the Canary, pretending to be this like, here, I'll show you. I'll literally show you. Keep forgetting his own history is crazy.
All right.
So you want
hold up.
Hey, slow down there, video. Oh no, my thing is doing that, like, really annoying thing. Oh my god, I don't know how to find it now. It's so old. You said what? Docket chat. He got it for me. Oh, he's the best. I'm like, I like looked it up by the name and it didn't pop up. Because this channel didn't do good. 1K subscribers. Okay, Keemstar, you can reinvent yourself on the internet and be anybody.
Guys? My name is Jerry the Canary, and this is my Minecraft YouTube channel! So I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Jerry, and whoa, don't be looking at my pants! So I'm in the 7th grade at Boulder High, and I do all different types of classes. I got math, I got English, I even take an acting class.
So he pretended to be a child, by the way. Just some key more.
Nope, that wasn't my dog. That was me acting. So I also do this class, and it's called Social Studies. But it's not that social. In fact, there's this kid, Bart. Oh, I'm stuck in a hole. I'm stuck in a hole. I'm going to have to get myself out of here. Oh, no. I think I'm going to do it. But anyhow, in my social studies class, there's a guy named Bart, and he's a real butthead. And he's always picking on me, and they're always mean. So I decided to make this stairs! I made stairs! I started to make this YouTube channel so I can have more friends.
So this video only has 18K views now because when people found out it was Keem and like embarrassed him for whatever the fuck that was. But this channel only has 1K subscribers. So Keem, can you really like put on an outfit, pretend to be maybe a 12-year-old gay boy on the internet and reinvent yourself? Oh wait, you tried that. It didn't work. Someone should send that to Snowflake. Maybe he didn't know about that.
You want carbon copies of you.
Hold on.
24 channels.
Is that what I said? Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
Well, that's
Is that
what
I
they're
said?
insinuating. This is a network.
You know what?
Everybody
If I
can
turn
be a
on,
little bit
if I turn on Candace, am I Candace Owens? Am I? No. But if I turn on Candace Owens right now, she's gonna start off her stream with 200,000 people watching, and she's gonna be like, "Ooh, today we got new stuff on Mrs. Kirk," and she's gonna fucking grab my attention right out the fucking gate, and she's gonna send me on this wild. No, you're gonna shut up and listen to me because I'm teaching you right now, fool. You're not gonna fucking interrupt me because you are Phantom and I am Keemstar. All right. Candace Owens is gonna grab the attention of the fucking audience and take them on a fucking story throughout her 2-hour stream or 1-hour stream, and every other fucking streamer that's successful does the same fucking thing. And it doesn't matter how many times I try to teach this to you guys, you still treat it like a Discord fucking hangout. And then you got all these fucking people clowning on you, right? That your show sucks and the LCU sucks. And then who do you blame? The guy that's been telling you how to do it that you ignore over and over.
Nobody.
And on that note, I think we got like a general gist of what happened there because I do want to get into this Amber documentary really badly. Real bad. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up. So, I don't know. How are you guys feeling about everything that we just watched there? Are you feeling, like the LCU's heading in a positive direction, or are you happy with things? I don't know. Here it is. Tom said I need a palate cleanser. Okay, well this, I will say, we're gonna have to do this in 2 parts because the LCU stuff went a little bit over what I was expecting for today. So we're gonna split this up between today and tomorrow's stream. So we're gonna be watching, this is a Michelle Mana documentary. So
There
this
is
just
a
came
woman?
out 3 days ago. You guys might recognize her by her face. She comes up on my like recommended all the time. So I'm a little interested to see this because I know she has hit a little bit of some Gore World-ish stuff before, so I'm wondering how deep into this she's going to go. It's a 2-hour documentary, 2 hours and 10 minutes to be exact. So let's see what lore we know, what lore we don't know, and let's go ahead and get into some of this today. We'll probably finish off here this stream around like 6-ish p.m. So we'll go for about like 40 more minutes and then finish off whatever's left with this tomorrow. So get ready, buckle up. Now, before we get into this though, I do want to mention, if you don't know, Amber, oh my god, apparently she's been seen. She's been sighted, actually. I was going to say Amber's been missing. We haven't seen her on the safari in about 8 days. But, lo and behold, crikey, Amber was sighted. There's a sighting, and we all must take a review. She's alive. Not well, but alive. God. Her fucking thighs are fighting. Her thighs are fighting for life. But she's alive. And that's the only update we've had from Amber in, like I said, literally 8 days. So people are a little concerned about where she's at and what she's doing. Hopefully we'll get a post from her in the next couple days so we can see where she's been at. But I feel like there's drama on the horizon. Usually when she disappears like this, it's either because of a weight gain, breakup, just overall her being depressed and something bad happening, which leads to weight gain. So we'll see. And I know Bear, she actually might be whiter than me. That's crazy. Oh, Chandian said, Zay, you didn't get to the part where Phantom told Keem the LCU is a cult, unless I missed it. I think I did get to that. I think he said it a little bit, but yeah, they get into this whole thing about the LCU being a cult. You can go watch it for yourself if you want to watch like the full thing, but I do want to watch some of this doc today.
There is a woman on YouTube who I don't even know where to start. Well, she berated her girlfriend's mother for not being grateful enough while the mother was recovering from cancer surgery. This same woman threw a can of Mountain Dew at her ex-girlfriend's head after threatening to do something to herself if her girlfriend left the apartment. She filmed elderly people in a nursing home without their consent. She also ignored their request for help because she was too busy vlogging. She ate an entire rotisserie chicken on camera as a weight loss creator. I don't know what chapter of Weight Watchers that's from, but if we were to go into her future in which she dated a feeder, it might make more sense. She told someone who had a heart attack that she's
sick read.
Just trying to find her sympathy bone.
The narcoleptic had a heart attack. Have some sympathy. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. I'm sorry. I don't care.
And when she was confronted about literally any of it, she would tell her audience that they're stupid, and then reads a poem that is so bad, I think that it, with peace and love, will go down in YouTube history. I wish I were exaggerating. I'm
Rain and Petals eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
Actually underselling it.
Escape the pain and outwardly insane. Escape the thoughts and online taunts. Just admit you were wrong and play a different song. Admit the guilt you've sown like a misguided basket case of poisoned sentences.
But this is actually the...
I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Oh my god, that was scary. I was like, what's about to happen to me?
Surface level of the iceberg, because today we're gonna talk about Amber Lynn Reid. Now, we have to remember, she started her YouTube channel in 2013 as a weight loss journey channel.
I know,
and in this span of her channel, she gained over 200 pounds. And yet somehow that is the least interesting thing about her. What makes Amber Lynn one of the most documented creators on this platform is actually everything else. The lying, the
Can I say, in fact, I actually don't think it's herself. I feel like it's her side characters. I feel like it's the other people she has in her life, and people start to root for those characters and want them to succeed or, like, hate them. One of the two, you know? And then that becomes, like, what keeps her so heavily talked about. I don't actually think it's herself at all.
Manipulation, the revolving door girlfriends who always end up with the same story. The pattern's so predictable that viewers made an infographic out of it. A wise person once said, watching someone get into the Amber Lynn Reid lore is kind of like watching someone walk backwards off a cliff. And they were not.
Is that what you guys feel like I've been doing for these past couple months? Every Friday when we hit that snowflake dock, is that what you feel like I'm doing?
Wrong. So if you like internet rabbit holes that will permanently alter your brain chemistry, welcome to the channel. Thumbs up and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And let's walk through over a decade of broken promises, controversies, and a cycle that never stops. Amber Lynn was born in December of 1990 in Florida. And we cannot deny, she actually did have a really difficult childhood.
I can't lie. The idea of Amber being in Florida blows my mind. Blows my mind, but also makes sense at the same time.
She spent a lot of it in foster care before eventually returning to her parents, both of whom struggled with addiction. I cannot imagine. All I can say is that this type of instability leaves lasting scars. And for Amber Lynn, food became a coping mechanism. It's actually interesting because if you think about it, obviously most kids aren't going to have access to alcohol or drugs, but what do a lot of kids, especially kids who are neglected, have access to? Food. Because a kid can't conceptualize that, like, okay, so I understand that my parents are acting this way, but the reality is that they are just struggling with addiction. A child might end up thinking that they weren't enough.
I never saw my dad.
She never saw her dad?
Even though we were under the same roof.
Never saw him?
I grew up with my dad and my mother who abused each other.
The dad was abusive?
I just don't believe in abuse. I grew up with my dad calling me a fat blimp pig. As a little girl, my dad would push
That's wild. That's wild. I'm sorry, that's
me into
wild.
a corner and he would spit loogies in my face. I witnessed my dad trying to kill himself on several occasions.
It got so severe that she weighed around 290 pounds at the age of 11. I'm not a nutritionist, I don't know what kind of scientist goes over this kind of stuff, but I'm not that scientist. What I can say is that that's not genetics. This is a child who's
I don't want to hear about Big Bone.
Clearly struggling. It's important to cover this part of the story because unlike pretty much the rest of this video, this was not her fault. She was a kid. Over the years, Amber Lynn has talked about being diagnosed with a plethora of disorders. Now, if she actually has them is a different conversation, but included and not limited to binge eating disorder, anxiety, OCD, PTSD, borderline personality disorder, at one point bipolar disorder, and I understand that a lot of people kind of confuse them sometimes. Like, you could think for years that you have bipolar and it turns out you had BPD.
Obvious that I have borderline personality disorder and
I don't understand mental... I never understand these, like, mental illness things when they're like, for 10 years, you've had this one thing and now it says, I don't understand any of it. It stresses me out. I won't ever... I could have schizophrenia and I won't get meds. I stand on that.
It's something that, like, I always purposely pushed away. Like, people would contact me and be like, you know, you seem like you have BPD, and I just automatically would shut them down and be like, nope, I don't know what it is. I think it's because with everything else, you know, like anxiety, okay? Take some medicine, try some Zoloft, see if that helps. Bipolar, take some mood stabilizer, see if that helps, you know, but with borderline personality disorder, there isn't really a medicine for that. You have to work, and it's just like, this diagnosis explains literally probably 95% of the reason why I am the way that I
The self-admitted work. When have you ever worked? When have you ever lifted your lazy arms up for a second and been like, yeah, I gotta do something? No.
I am. The whole lymphedema thing. Lipedema. I don't really know how to pronounce it very well. I am really struggling every single night. The binge monster does come out. I also gain weight because I binge. I also gain weight because I overeat. I wanted to just like log out loud that I'm having these like moments where I really want to binge eat and I want to just eat. Yeah, PCOS can definitely cause hair thinning for sure.
Physically, she's also discussed lymphedema, PCOS, lipedema, and uterine cancer. But can I just say that if you know somebody with any of these disorders or mental health conditions, Amber Lynn is not gonna be like the textbook person, so don't assume everyone is gonna be like her. Or that her diagnoses are an excuse for her behavior, because therapy's so great.
Yeah, but I here's the thing though. If Amber can't use the diagnosis as an excuse for her behavior, then Amber's gonna have to admit she's a shitty person. And then we're gonna have to sit there and criticize her, and Amber can't take criticism.
My name's Amber Lynn, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel for weight loss. I see a lot of videos of other people doing it, and I've been on a weight loss journey for a very long time now.
Last time I weighed in was about a week ago. I was at 368
about a week ago,
or something like that. I'm probably a little higher now. I'll be weighing in tomorrow, and I can make a video stating my weigh-in. My highest weight was 420, but that's my known weight, so it could be even higher than that. The lowest weight I ever remember being was when I was 11 years old. I weighed 290. I don't know what happened. I've gained over 30 pounds since then. I think making these YouTube videos, it might make me accountable.
Her first video is exactly what you would expect for like just a nervous first-time YouTuber in 2013. She introduces herself. She says that she's been on a weight loss journey for a long time. She says her highest known weight was 420 pounds. I'm sorry. It's just that it's the exact number is like kind of funny. She hopes that filming these videos will help to keep her accountable. If
we know from watching the Snowflake docs, they do not.
you watch that video today, though, in hindsight, knowing everything that we know, it is kind of sad. I mean, from surface level, it looks like the hope that she had was so real. She really thought that this would work. After 11 years and 200 pounds later, it did not. What came of her channel instead is actually something that is unprecedented on YouTube. Over the course of a decade, she vlogged virtually every day of her life. She showed us everything, the food. Okay, the relationships, the breakups, the arguments, the weigh-ins, the lies and the tears and the shopping hauls and going to Walmart at 2 a.m. Basically no guardrails and no boundaries. And because she actually documented everything, viewers could cross-reference her own claims by basically debunking her with her own footage in real time. And on it, I feel like the FBI should be calling you guys up at this point to be hiring you.
FBI, open up!
This gave rise into this entire ecosystem of reaction channels, compilation channels, and archive channels whose entire purpose was to watch and analyze and just discuss overall Amber Lynn Reed. Mr. Snowflake, for example,
she's like a spectacle, you know? Oh, and
has
Mr.
made over
Snowflake
17 video essays on her, in which I will refer to as the Amber Lynn Encyclopedia. Zachary
Oh my god! Shout out Snowflake!
Michaels, Alex is Shook, my personal favorite, Kicking Geese, dozens more who have.
We're sleeping on some, but my personal faves, Snowflake. I do like Jawbone's channel a lot too. BPD, Gulags, I like them.
Have basically built these significant audiences by covering the same one.
Oh, and we got Bear with the 199 with the yes, starting off the goal. I saw Alexis in the chat ask if I've ever read Rain and Petals Eavesdrop, and I realized I literally haven't. I've never actually read out the lyrics. So I'll do that live if you guys want me to.
Person. So before we get into the timeline, I do want to just talk about the cycle. It is the engine that drives everything on this channel. And the funny thing is, somebody even made an infographic about it.
There's patterns. There's patterns everywhere and you're fucking laughing?
It goes like this. Stage.
Oh, and we got Fusion with the 199 with the yes, who's also putting it on it.
1. Amber Lynn starts her weight loss plan. It's usually expensive. She's usually excited, which honestly fair if it is expensive and it works, because I feel like health complications later in life can be more expensive and obviously shorten your lifespan. She's buying journals, whatever, water bottles, I don't know, Fitbits, doing weigh-ins, meal prepping, oh my god, exercising, her hair is washed. Which, if you're part of the Amber Lynn girl world, I guess, you're gonna realize how rare this actually is. It's a major plot development. And as a viewer, it's like, it's inspiring. It's like, I am watching this person improve their life in real time. I do also want to say,
but what life improvement? That's the problem, though. Like that's like what you would hope would happen, but it doesn't really happen, unfortunately. We got Sammy Said So with the 199 who said you must read the ancient text. We got Shannon Ann with the 2 said, can you wear a Game of Thrones bath mat like she did? I can look. We got Rockabilly Kitten with the 2 said, we had to hear it, you do too. And we got It's Obviously Danny with the 199. That takes us to a 6 out of 30 on that go.
I'm not trying to be fat phobic here. I do believe in health. Like if you're overweight, I understand like you can be healthy, but if it leans into 420, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's a limit. Even with this Ariana Grande thing, it's like there is health at most sizes. And also, I don't know your full story, but I do know Amber Lynn's full story, but kind of. Stage 2, she conveniently stops talking about weight loss. I
do want to bring up, though, while I do believe that, like, yes, there is, like, certain sizes that you can't be healthy at, there's, like, a difference between, like, oh, a joke here and there. Like, when people make, like, Ariana Grande, like, memes, I'm like, okay, whatever. But when you're, like, going on to their personal pages and, like, directly just, like, Amber, the reason that she gets attacked and I don't bat an eye to it is because of all the terrible shit that she's also done. All right? She's just a shit person. But when you're just, like, attacking people based on their weight and it's not, like, a hee-hee ha-ha, there's no joke to be found, there's nothing funny about it, and you're just kind of coming off vicious, it gets to a point. Because, like, even, it doesn't matter if they're bigger or if they're smaller. Like, attacking somebody seriously for their weight and, like, it's just a little uncalled for. Like, that's why, I don't know, it's a tough one because, like, obviously in girl world that is, like, some of what we do here, but I try to keep, like, jokes, like, obviously jokes. Like, I don't really actually think, like, oh, they're, like, super fucking disgusting or any of that just because they're, like, bigger. They're just disgusting because they're bad people, if that makes sense. Okay, play this shit.
Weight loss just...
Oh, I missed Appa. Appa's another good one.
Quietly leaves the group chat. And then we get more shopping hauls, vlogs about actually nothing, and clickbait titles. Stage 3, she is doing mukbangs, eating junk food on camera. And also though, she's blaming her audience for her lack of progress.
I'm still doing what I've always done. Losing, gaining, weighing, not weighing. Like, I'm still doing what I've always done. I just haven't been doing it on camera. I want to.
Okay, yeah, what you've always done. Clearly not working. But Alexis in the chat said, let's not pretend that Amber didn't body shame Yuze, which is true, but I also don't want to ever come off like I'm just, like, directly trying to, like, body shame a fuck ton of, like, people in return, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like, oh, like, that's why I'm saying that, because it's like there are people who are bigger, who, like, are just trying to lose weight or are just existing as a bigger person and aren't bad people, but she is to her core a shitty person, which is whereas, like, why when she made that Ariana Grande comparison, I kind of was like, I don't know, because I don't feel like Ariana Grande is necessarily the shitty person to her core. Like, the worst thing she's known to be is, like, a man stealer, and, like, as much as that could be labeled as shitty, it's not on the same caliber as shit that Amber's done, right? So even I don't feel like Ariana Grande is deserving of, like, deep-rooted body shaming. A joke's a joke, but, like, some of the shit I've seen about her or, like, towards her is too much. We got V Midnight with the 2 said, don't read any of it until you do it live. Oh, I definitely won't. I'll make sure that I save it for live tomorrow for you guys. I'll start the stream doing that before we get into the rest of this live, if we hit the goal.
Again, like, I want to, but it's such a weird topic that people have absolutely ruined for me.
And stage 4. She is crying. She says, I cannot do this. The video title would suggest accountability. The video itself, though, contains none. Then she goes away for a week, comes back, and starts all over from stage 1. And this cycle has actually repeated itself dozens of times over the last 10 years. And then we have everything in her life changing constantly, like her partners and her life situation and even where she's living. But the cycle is the only thing that stays. And that's why, if you're new here, there are so many reaction channels. It's not because, like, oh, well, Amber Lynn is, like, overweight and I'm fat phobic. It's because I guess people do. It's not even just a parasocial thing where it's like, oh, girl, like, I was hoping the best for you. At this point, is it rage bait? Well, obviously, we're gonna get into other things like possibly feeder stuff.
It is rage bait. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I think 90% of what Amber does at this point, she knows she's gonna get clicks and views for doing it. She does shit to piss people off. That's why she brings up her own memes. She brings up her own, like, quotes that people say about her. She knows how to get people clicking on stuff about her. She knows how to get people talking about her, keeping the conversation around her. She's a really good rage baiter. I'll give her that.
Every diet that has ever worked for anyone else doesn't work for Amber. Every therapist she sees, and this is the best part, she decides she knows better. Every medical professional she consults, she decides there's a reason to stop seeing them. Nothing that works for anyone else works for Amber because you have to understand, Amber's just different. And so the wheel keeps turning.
Okay, I'll say one thing about this, though. I definitely have had therapists in my life where I, like, was sitting there talking to them and I'm like, no, you're actually just dumb. Like, you're actually stupid. Because how the fuck am I paying you to come in to talk about one thing, and you're gonna talk about everything other than that? Other than you think that I'm stupid, and I'm just gonna keep paying you to not solve the issue that I'm actually here for. Like, or I remember there was one therapist one time, I went in to talk about something serious. Like, I'm talking something very, very, very serious, and I, like, just needed to, like, talk about it. And this bitch handed me a coloring book with crayons. Like, no, actually go fuck yourself. Then I don't respect your degree. I don't respect you as a person. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck are you infantilizing me for? So I do kind of get that, but I think like not every therapist. Like sometimes it's trial and error. Trial and error.
Enter now, the Crystal era, 2013 through 2015. When Amber Lynn started her channel, she was living with her girlfriend's parents in Virginia.
And Novice said, hey, so as a therapist, that makes no sense. As a person, I knew it didn't. I was like, I'm no therapist, but I know this makes not a lick of sense. Whatever the fuck is happening right here. So I didn't go back to that therapist. I've definitely like swapped around therapists. I think like for me, I've just decided I'm not a therapy person, but that is not to sway anybody from doing therapy. Like, I think if you think it's something that could be helpful for you, definitely try it out. But not every therapist is made the same. There are some really good therapists. There are some really bad therapists, similarly to doctors, similarly to hairstylists, like any career, really. So just don't give up if it's the first one and it's bad. Definitely, like, try things out. Yeah, you never know what could happen. But yeah, it was a weird one. It was definitely a strange one.
Crystal was pretty shy. She just doesn't really like being on camera. And okay, Amber totally respected that, right? Actually, she respected that approximately 0% of the time. Regularly shoving the camera.
Wait, I'm sorry, I gotta pause, because Alexis, that's exactly what I was talking about. Alexis said, I also had a therapist in high school that was weird. She would spend the whole hour asking me about homework or my retail job or nothing about my trauma every week for months. Dude, okay, so when me and S1K were dating, I think like a couple months into, or not a couple, I think a couple years into our relationship, I was like, I'm thinking about like trying therapy again to like try to work on this like one particular like deep-seated issue I have of like this one trauma thing, like whatever I just can't really work through. He was super supportive of me. I like did like this like online therapy sessions or whatever, and I explained to her my previous issues with having therapists who directly feel like it's like they're diverting from the issue that I'm trying to address. And she said, okay, like, and I even brought up the coloring book thing that happened. I brought up like every other issue I had with therapists in like our initial session, which was like a getting to know each other session, so that she could understand why I was a bit apprehensive about like going back to therapy, you know, because I figured that would make things like go over a little bit smoother in case I was a little like about anything. So first like week, things seem like fine. She like does this thing where like we'll talk about the situation, that deep-rooted issue that I'm talking about, and she would kind of like start to sway it a little bit, but I thought it was like not enough to make me like because she would like be like, oh well, that relates to this or to this, and I'm like, okay. And then like in the next session she would bring that back up of the thing that it related to and be like, oh well, then that relates to the, and then we would just start getting so far off the topic. And eventually I realized, similarly to like what Alexis was saying, like for weeks all this bitch had done was talk about me smoking weed. What does me smoking weed gotta do with nothing? Like, and I realized that eventually. I'm like, I literally have a medical card. Why are we talking about this like it's a problem here? I have a medical card. I'm not like, oh, like I'm gonna be, I smoke, but I'm not like overly using. I'm not like making my life revolve around weed. I don't know why that was such a big thing for her. And then on top of that, she kept talking about like my friends and like talking about like relationships with my friends and stuff. I don't care. That's not a deep-seated personal issue that I'm here for. Like, why are we keep moving off the topic? And it just felt like we kept moving to, like, more and more mundane topics over time. And I'm like, I'm not paying you to talk about my day. I am paying you to talk about this issue that I feel like we still never even really addressed. You went through all this hoopla about these other things that might relate to it and never even got to it. So eventually after that, I was fed. I was done. And I haven't been back to therapy since that. That was my final straw. But that was for me. You guys might have better experiences with that. I don't know. It's just, the problem I have had with therapy is I feel like there's too many therapists that are in the game for the money and not for the care about people. They don't care about helping you actually work through problems, and they just want to make sure you keep coming back and paying them for more and more sessions.
Camera in Crystal's respected that, like, being on camera, and okay, Amber totally respected that, right? Actually, she respected that approximately 0% of the time. Regularly shoving the camera in Crystal's face despite Crystal's obvious discomfort.
Say bye like you're a little child. I'm all say bye. Say bye, little kitty.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week.
I'm currently hugging Crystal, and she smells so good. Like, I can't even, like, process how good she smells right now. She could just be my new perfume bottle. You smell like something.
That's scary. I would fear heavily if I was her in this moment. Alexa said, unfortunately, these things happen because the medical system is still a business. Terrible. Yeah, and that really does what it comes down to at the end of the day. Even Nava said, it took me 6 therapists to find the right one, and as a professional, there are people who shouldn't be in this field. Unfortunately, that's just how business works.
And Crystal's parents were reportedly supporting Amber Lynn financially during this period, because Amber had no job and no car and no driver's license. They gave her a place to live and even allegedly gave her spending money and actively encouraged her to lose weight. They were doing everything short of downloading Indeed for her, which low-key, like, if you think about it, if you're in Amber's position, you had experienced all kinds of childhood trauma. This is your point now where you can actually work on healing. Obviously, it's not as easy as I just made it sound, but a lot of people have equal trauma and they need to go to a 9-to-5 job every day. I don't know, maybe they have kids. So Amber here is given, like, every single opportunity to work on healing. It's like a bird, you know, and you teach it to fly and then it flies on its own, or like the fishing thing, you teach a man to fish and he has fish for life or whatever. Or that bird.
But it also goes back to, like, what I was saying is you can also lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. While Amber has had all these outlets, all these supports, all these things around her, she's got to want it for herself. She has never wanted it. She could tell you she wants it, but actions speak louder than words, right? And if she actually wanted it, she would make some sort of progress. Or like have a legitimate reason for no progress. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't exist.
Bird or fisherman in question will actually use that financial dependence in all of her future relationships as well. It actually becomes a defining feature in Amber Lynn's adult life. She has never lived independently. I'm pretty sure she still can't drive. And every relationship she enters essentially requires that person to become her caretaker. You know it's bad when girlfriend and full-time support staff are just becoming dangerously interchangeable. So naturally, Amber Lynn fought with them.
Texted her parents, you know, kind of just letting them know I love you. Stuff like that, you know. And Crystal's dad said he loved me too. So I thought it was sweet. And I've told him before, you know how people get upset with each other and they're in like humongous arguments? Let me take a pause. Let me stop for a second. You know how when people are like in an argument and they're like, blah, 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 I hate you. You know, it's happened with me. That's how I get sometimes. And I have argued with Crystal's parents before. I'm not gonna lie, it has happened. But in the midst of those arguments and at the end of those arguments, I break down and I cry and I tell Crystal's dad that he's like, you know, a father to me. So sorry, now I'm getting emotional again.
Yeah, that is pretty much textbook manipulation. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, okay, just spell it out for the people, how to manipulate somebody into feeling empathetic for you, go ahead.
And he's never said that before, so.
she admitted to arguing with Crystal's parents on camera and telling them that she hated them, only to break down crying afterward and tell Crystal's father that he's like a dad to her. And that is emotional whiplash if I've ever seen it. This pattern of burning bridges with people who support you and then collapsing into emotional manipulation when called out on it would actually become one of Amber Lynn's defining characteristics. During this era, Amber Lynn actually did lose weight. I mean, she lost 89 pounds. And it's a famous 89 pounds that she will bring up until eternity ends and the last black hole dies.
Because she'll never lose 89 pounds again.
And if you're part of the Amberverse at all, she brings this up basically average every 12 business minutes.
Hey guys, I'm back, better than ever. I've lost 100 pounds. I went all the way down to 331, so I lost 89 pounds. I ate fried rice when I lost 89 pounds before, because that's exactly how I felt.
I ate fried rice when I lost 89 pounds before, so that means I can eat fried rice now. Oh my god, put the fork down! Just put the fork down. I can't even take it anymore. But it's so true. It's like, because she's never going to lose that 89 pounds again. That's why she keeps bringing it up. Because if she was actually looking toward the future and, like, making goals to be proud of later, then she would be, like, looking forward to that. She's always looking at the past. She's looking at what she previously did, what she previously had going on, because she doesn't care about the future.
Years ago when I lost the 89 pounds. I used to eat these all the time when I was first losing a lot of weight, when I was down to 89 pounds, which I actually used to eat these when I was down to famous 89 lbs. If you guys didn't know, I have lost 89 pounds in the past. I used to go to the gym all the time when I lost those famous 89 lbs.
I do want you guys to know that I'm the queen of, like, moderation. I lost 89 pounds before.
The 89 pounds became a running joke in the community because she does bring it up all the time. Long after the weight had come back, and then some, it kind of became a meme. Like, every single time she started a new diet. Every time, I don't know, someone questioned her commitment, out came this 89 pounds defense that she used kind of like a badge. She's like, I earned this badge and I can use it forever. But coming back to the topic, Crystal broke up with Amber Lynn in 2015. Amber Lynn did continue living in the house and sharing a bed with Crystal, which is not what most people mean when they say, I'm still friends with my ex. But when asked about still sharing a bed, Amber was like, I mean, friends still share beds together all the time. There's really no reason.
This reminds me of, like, that one episode of Love Island from this past season where, like, they're reviewing all the stuff from, it was, like, movie night. And they pull up, like, all the stuff that Kenzie did. And everyone's, like, flaming Kenzie for being, like, kind of too flirty with, like, too many different guys and just, like, leading guys on. And she's like, well, I saw a kiss as a handshake. That's Amber. That's literally Amber.
Reason for Crystal to waste money on a new bed.
Do you guys still cuddle or hug? When we first broke up, we did hug, we didn't cuddle, we were at a very confused state. We do not do any of that anymore. We are completely just over. It's way too hard to be broken up with somebody and still try to do things as if you were in a relationship. Yeah, it's just not healthy.
No shit.
Do you still share a bed? Is it hard? We do share a bed. I don't see any reason why Crystal needs to buy a new bed, because if I do, and when I do, plan on moving, they'd have an extra bed. There's no reason for it. I don't want them to waste the money. Friends sleep together all the time. We aren't close in the bed. We kind of just sleep.
Yeah, the justification.
You know what's the craziest concept was, instead of her just, like, being like, yeah, maybe I should move out, she's like, yeah, no, her parents are gonna have to buy me an extra bed. You're not even together anymore. Why would her parents pay for your extra bed, bitch? Why don't you get off your big fat ass and go get a job in an apartment?
Is pretty flimsy. The boundaries are non-existent. And this pattern of clinging on to ex-partners long after the relationship ended would actually be a commonality with every single ex that would follow. Because then we enter the Destiny era, 2015 through 2017. Because almost...
I feel like this is where we have to pause. And the reason that I say that is actually two reasons. One, because we're close to the time that I said we were going to end off anyways. And two, because I know this is about to go over the part that we've already watched with the Snowflake documentary. And, like, it's going to skip ahead a little bit in time, which I'm totally cool with. But I want to hit the rest of that tomorrow before we get into, like, another era. Because we just finished off the cycle and the crystal era, and we're heading straight into the Destiny era. So before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get today's pet of the day pulled up for you guys. so that we can get you sent off over and redirected somewhere else. So let me go ahead and get this put into the Discord for you all. If you want to see our pet of the day before everybody else gets to see it, feel free to go ahead and head over to the pet of the day section in the Discord where it is currently forwarded now. But let me go ahead and get it all pulled up for you. Drum roll, please, for Mr. Papaya. I'm sorry. I love Papaya. Papaya is, I mean, he's like my nephew dog. Anyways, this is Danny's dog, Papaya. His name is like the cutest name ever. How could you not love a dog named Papaya? It's precious. He's very baby. And look at his little big, his like big little, it's big and little simultaneously. Because he's little, but his nose is big. And his little ears. We love Papaya. Everyone say congratulations to Danny and Papaya. And I see G Jeans Genie in the chat said we really want to hear your thoughts on the Jade era. Well, I will be hitting the rest of that doc tomorrow. So if you were here to see me watch it till the end, I promise you whatever I didn't finish from it today will be watched on tomorrow's stream. So stay tuned for that. I'll be live back again at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, we did not hit the goal for the reading, but it still had some time left on it. So I'm going to remove it for now. And then I'm going to put it back up at the beginning of tomorrow's stream, but just take off like the 7 that we already have and put it towards it. Okay, now let me go ahead and get you guys a little redirect smacked in there. Alrighty. I'll see you guys back live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's no Discord events today because I have an apartment inspection tomorrow. Oh, actually, which means I might not be live at 3 just in case. So the apartment inspection says it's anytime from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if they don't come in the morning, I'll push the stream back till like 6:30 so that it'll be after the time frame of when they came. But otherwise, I'll see you guys back again tomorrow. I'll let you know what's happening in the Discord. If you ever want to pop in there and say hi, the link is pinned for you guys at the top of the chat. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in.